let's go, baby. Here we go. Corelli Cup. Game number 1. Dignitas and Gladiators, Daz. We got the boys NA in Dignitas and Gladiators. It's the major, yeah, from APAC. This is going to be exciting, actually. I'm excited to see how Gladiators do. I think we know what Dignitas are, but I feel like a lot of people don't know what the Gladiators are.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, you know, there's so much here because Gladiators, of course, their run to get here, they had to take down Elevate and really outperform them this split, which is something that I don't think a lot of people going into the split necessarily expected. Same thing for Dignitas. I don't think people expected Dignitas to be in this position top 5. Both of these teams, you know, going into the major are trying to prove that they deserve to be here. So, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how they all perform day 1, but let's see how they stack up head-to-head. It's been pretty interesting so far.
I've been watching some of the Gladiators boot camp. They seem to be having a good time there at the Power Glove Studios there with James Bott in Grand Rapids. Been playing a lot of NA teams here, and I've been watching their ranked, especially LCT Max. They've been playing some doubles together. They've been a lot of fun to watch. They're fun 2 players.
Oh!
And oh my goodness.
It's already off to a pretty high start, too. I mean, look at the Dignitas. They've got a couple of shots on already, and you see that one from LCT. It's going to be interesting to see like how they have that offensive approach into this game.
Really want to see that connection with Max and LCT, especially just how individual they've been throughout their season. On the side of Dignitas, though, hold on, this one just going a little bit wild. On the side of Dignitas, I feel like you really can't mention Dignitas without mentioning how great Andy's been. I feel like everyone on Dignitas has actually been really good, but Andy has just been a different level. And look at the pass over to Evo as he slots that one top shelf.
I mean, this is great here. Like you said, you talk about Andy, but it's the ability to have a good read of the field. Good communication from Dignitas. Andy to Evo, so much power behind that. Dignitas get the first goal here to kind of start things off. And, you know, we start off a little casual, and it felt like almost the test lobby again when we got into this game. But now after that one, you can tell, okay, the boys are ready to play.
Well, I think it's one of those things, too, where, you know, you don't really know what you're going to get. It's not like these teams can really scrim each other other than this moment right here when they both qualify for Major. And I was mentioning earlier, you know, we don't see most of this Dignitas roster at Majors. We've seen Dries a couple times, but Andy and Evo, I don't think anyone would have guessed that they make it to Winter. There's a demo from OSM, and it's wide open for Max.
Oh, wait a second, but I don't think anybody was also expecting this kind of bounce back here from Gladiators. This one right off the ceiling. It's the demo from OSM that sets up the lane, and Max just quickly on top of the ball to be able to push that in. Good on Gladiators for being able to capitalize and take advantage of what kind of was like a misplay with that touch off the ceiling.
What a demo there from OSM, and now the kickoff going in favor of Gladiators. Again, this is
Andy.
Oh my, he's just put it away. Wait a minute, what happened?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It was just so quick. They were able to, I mean, it's this touch from Dries to clear out, but Andy kind of being downfield, a lot of Gladiators off that initial push playing early because they had the possession, so they wanted to maximize on it, build a little bit of momentum. They got caught out, and Dig saying, don't get that third man too far forward. Just Gladiators paying the price there.
Wow, what a goal from Dignitas to get back the lead. And I gotta say, I feel like I said, I didn't really know what to expect, but then again, I know what to expect from Dries with that double tap as he gives a 2-goal lead over to Dignitas.
Dries says, let me get that, the boost, the follow-up, the angle. All good there from Dries. His ability to be able to explode is going to be a thing that, especially come major time, we're going to be looking at from him in Dignitas. Solid goals, get him on the board.
I mean, Dries, talk about the maximum amount of experience you could get coming into a league like this. His time on G2, but now, you know, he's having to rebuild, and this Dignitas squad is definitely part of that. And I feel like his experience could lead them here, or should lead them in this winter major, just from him and all the experience he gained with those top teams, with top players. And you're seeing him lead the way again. My goodness, he's going straight for the jugular here against Gladiators, and they're giving him the space. You can see a lot of time on the ball here for Dignitas.
Yeah, a lot of time on the ball, but also on the side of Gladiators, things have definitely started to kind of slow down. You can see Dignitas ramping up, being a lot more aggressive in the air. And for Gladiators, it feels like they're almost kind of playing catch up. Now they're seeing, okay, this is how Dignitas' playstyle really is. And it feels like a little bit of an adjustment period in the last couple of minutes just to get that a bit under control. After that goal, yeah, you see this one just moving upfield. It seems just like Dignitas have just been very comfortable since, especially that Drees double.
Yeah, the first half of game one here was a little back and forth, right? You're saying it kind of looks like a test lobby, but now it feels like Dignitas certainly understanding what they're going up against here, and they're doing a great job being that first man. You can see Evo trying to chase down Max on the back wall. And now Dignitas clamping down in the final 45 seconds.
Good beat out. Look how fast Drees is there.
Again.
That double.
Bang.
It's automatic. It's automatic. You knew as soon as he caught him out, it was going in. And look at this. Look how early he's up in the air. That is crazy. What a read from Drees.
He's so good. And he made it look easy, too. And you and I both knew that one was never going to miss. Right on target. Just as he's practiced thousands of times before. But LCT off the kickoff. Here comes Gladiators again.
Uh-oh. Space Station Gaming is still here apparently at the major. No, just kidding. This kickoff just kind of catches him out. It's a good cheat from LCT off that one, and it kind of puts Gladiators back into the conversation a little bit. We'll see what they can do. Clearly, this is one hard cheat from Drees to be able to kind of shut things down there, and now it's just Dignitas trying to maintain space while Gladiators try to fight here in the final 30 seconds of this game.
I mean, they could put something together here. It's not like Dignitas have been perfect. Just feels like after the kickoffs, though, Gladiators just can't break them down. They got the one goal with the demo from OSM. You can see Maxu getting another one against Evo, but just time not on their side. A shot from Drees will slot it. A hat trick for him in game one, and it's all Dignitas.
Man, this is how Drees is coming to the major.
He's looking good.
Yeah, he's looking real good, at least here particularly. You can see what he's been able to do is taking advantage of the space, shooting 3 for 4 this game so far. Drees has been on target and has been a big proponent here for Dignitas. Final few seconds of this game, definitely a formality because it has been all Dig in game one. As they take this one, I believe 5-2.
Splendid match.
Yeah,
Sorry, I hadn't seen that one before. That's funny. Yeah, 5-2. You're right. I don't think it was a horrible game from Gladiators. I think you really found out what happens when you give Drees some space. He kind of ran all over them, and that was the big difference maker because otherwise this is a tie game. Great passing play from Evo and Andy early on. Gladiators were able to create their own chances as well. You look at that demo from OSM that opened up space for Gladiators, and of course the kickoff goal is always fantastic.
That's cool.
There's just no way that happens.
Love that for us.
There's just no way.
Don't worry, we'll get it. Oh, we got. Wait, it says Max is in the game. And OSM's in the game.
What is that?
Should we just join party match?
Yeah. Well, I'm not in the party anymore.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll join the party match. And you know what? I will. Oh, Nick has to get in, and then once Nick is in, actually, since OSM is in, I'm just gonna kick him out and invite you.
Yeah. Whoops, that's not very funny.
I can still pause. I still have my admin, so that's W's.
Okay, let's go. NA production. Hey, man, that one was out of my control, right?
Yeah, can't do much about that. Oh, but you know, NA production. I got a map rotation going on right now. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, man, look at the production.
Listen, you came to the right spot in the Corelli Cup. My God, Dignitas almost off with a hot start as well. Drees, he was a little too far forward, so he's got to go back into here. Even though you can make your jokes and your lulls, the gameplay is not stopping here. As you got to see what Gladiators can come out with. They seen Dig's playstyle here in the opener, but now they have to make sure they're kind of on the same page. A little bit of a bump there on that back wall between OSM and Max, and it will kind of force them to play a little bit more defense for the time being. That one slips through though, and it would have been in the net if for a fortunate bounce. And Drees will finally put it in the back end. This was just Dignitas dancing around Gladiators.
Yeah, they really started to clamp down again. We saw this, you know, halfway through game 1, where Dignitas, they were just playing faster, right? They were more lethal behind the ball, and you could really see that come alive here in the first 40 seconds of game 2. It's going to be on Gladiators. Can they make a difference against this Dignitas offense? You got Drees running rampant. How do you slow him down? How do you get in his face? How do you put on your own offense? Real questions that must be answered here from Gladiators.
Yeah, for Gladiators especially, you know, just kind of being on the same page. We have seen a little bit of signs of miscommunication coming out of them. And it's a lot of figuring out how to do. Just everyone has their own idea on how to approach this, but if they can all get in that same page, maybe they can come out on top of that. That was a good chance there. Max tried to get the slow play, but Andy positioned himself perfectly to get the block.
Drees scary again, and that time Gladiators able to get in front of it, jump in front of it, and now maybe a break here for OSM. Good first touch. LCT to the backboard, looking for follow-up. Andy's quickly there, but not the best touch. OSM, can he get back to it? And Drees shuts him down.
Good signs of life, though, from Gladiators, just being able to get that ball in the upper box. Not necessarily having controlled offense, but the offense is very high action when they're all in front. You saw it. No one was scared to go for a shot there and apply more offensive pressure. If they can get that in a more consistent basis, maybe, and get some control, maybe they can be more successful and get actually on the board on offense. But they are testing Dignitas right now. First couple of minutes have gone by, and we've gotten 2 shots coming out from Gladiators, actually 3 considering that one, versus looking at the other side, Gladiators just Dignitas just one more above Gladiators here. We get to that halfway point now. Can Gladiators actually equalize this game? Because they've been looking much better, much more controlled than game 1. Oh,
that's the opportunity, and you can see, you said it, they're getting more and more chances. They're pushing Dignitas further and further back. They got to put something on target. Evo, second touch. And there's going to be no follow-up from Drees. Again, ball given over to Gladiators. Here comes OSM, and Andy saves the double tap. That surely would have been a goal from OSM. He was perfectly lined up for it. This game a much closer affair, Daz. I feel like Gladiators have made some changes, but that's a miscue there from OSM. And now it's just Andy slowing things down and making sure that the counterattack is not on for Gladiators.
Oh, but the offense is almost on for Dignitas. Was almost a goal. Chance here for a clear. Max to OSM. OSM, can he line up the double? Didn't have enough in the tank, and Dignitas all jumping up into the air for that one. Still a chance for more pressure, but LCT cannot get to the ball. Dreezo not able to get the clear either, so Gladiators can pick this right back up where they left off. But again, not a good touch coming out here from LCT. This one goes all the way around. You see Drees cherry picking in the back end and pays the price with a demo. A couple of demos to slow things down, but Evo surely going to buy his team enough time as he's allowed to run a little bit rampant there in the offensive half.
A couple of demos coming out from OSM as well. That's, what, 34 or 5 demos he's had in this first 2 games. You got to look out for his physical play. It's already paid off for them. They got their first goal in game 1 because of that. Here comes Drees again. And good from Gladiators. They're just, I think, being a little bit more proactive on defense. Stopping Drees on the air dribble, stopping Andy on the air dribble as well. Just attacking the ball, and they might be paid off for it. OSM will find the equalizer with 59 to go.
Let's take a look at this again. Drees trying to get the carry, wants to keep that on the hood and go for the instant flick. OSM recognized it, instantly challenged, gave no time to Drees, and that one pinched right into the top right corner. It's not pretty, but you don't need to be pretty when we're talking about the major. That one's going to roll in off the kickoff, and suddenly Gladiators in the lead.
Just like that. How many kickoffs have we seen like this from Gladiators where it just goes right back into the net of Dignitas? That's got to be the 3rd one. And now the quick chats are coming out from Gladiators. They're in the lead, and with 56 seconds left, trying to hold on.
How do you do it, by the way, is what a save if you guys haven't played today. That one, though, very interesting off that kickoff. Now suddenly Dignitas has to force the issue. Evo, the tip of the spear here for the offense. And there's Drees, pinch out to the side. It'll be Max clearing it to Andy, and Andy will try to keep this in play. Chance for Evo to equalize. Maxi, great block out there 30 seconds remaining, though, and you're seeing Dignitas with a decent amount of pressure for the time being. This one gets sent to the midfield, and Evo will have to carry this. Drees needs to help him out. This is not going the way Dignitas wants it to, and Gladiators so far have the lead and are trying to maintain it. 10 seconds left in regulation. Here's Max and LCT. They're right next to each other. This one into the corner off of Andy's car. Drees is it to the side.
Uh-oh.
Evo keeps this up
Hold
high.
on.
Need a touch here. Is it a good one?
Wow.
It is. It'll hit the ground. And Gladiators take a game.
You thought for maybe just a second it was coming back. But Gladiators tying up this series, one apiece. And I think this, I mean, I said, you know, game one, I don't think it was horrible from Gladiators in game one, but this game, this is where I think we really saw them blossom. They took the time here in the intermission to really think about what the difference had to be here to take down Dignitas, and I think the main difference that we saw was the speed at which they were to challenge Dignitas here in game two.
NA production.
Uh-oh, what happened?
We're still on Forbidden Temple.
Oh my goodness.
I read it up. I read it up pretty fast.
That's okay.
I mean, I could always just end this.
No.
But
It's not
that
worth
would
it,
be.
not worth it, not worth it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Wait. Okay. They all joined at the same
They're
time.
all
I was
here.
getting ready to
Okay.
pause it. Whew.
So one apiece here in our first match of the night. Remember, we have two more matches. Kru and Ground Zero are up after this. It's $1,000 winner takes all. Every match you're going to see here is a best of 7 to give you the maximum amount of Rocket League we can with these teams. And so far, this series is living up to the hype. I saw a lot of people talking about this one. Some people thought it was going to be a blowout. Some people thought the Gladiators had a chance. And right now, Daz, they're looking like they got a huge chance.
Yeah, this is weird. A little bit of a miscomm. Drees pushes that off to the side. No one's there. OSM says, I'll pick it up, push it right to the back of the net. OSM said a good read on how the play's been developing here for Dignitas, and he's been punishing every mistake that they've been making. Also, card change here from Evo. He's on the Dominus now. Is it questionable? I don't know.
Hey, that's bread and butter for Evo. Oh my gosh. Half psycho from, but it just lands in front of the box. Where's the defense for Dignitas? Andy comes out of nowhere to save it off his post. It's still threatening as now Evo brings it down. Wants to slice and dice. But Max there to turn it away. Drees, options. He chooses the net. Evo's there. Surely a tap in, but he can't get there in time. Max clears it away. Andy's fighting for every inch. But it comes back to Drees, and the opportunity spoiled from Dignitas.
Yeah, you got to think, man, Dig probably should have came out with that one. Now they got to play this off of their back end, and you can see a little bit of confidence coming out of Gladiators here, as they are no strangers to pushing upfield. Evo will get a nice pinch off to the side. This is Dig's ball. Evo off the ceiling.
Here comes the
What
challenge.
has the flip, and OSM instantly taking that away from him, not trying to let Evo get comfortable at all. But Andy could be a big problem here. Ground pitch, he almost won the 52. The follow-up is off target here as well, and Gladiators will survive the big onslaught.
That was a great play from Andy. It didn't pay off. He almost was able to challenge it through that last man, and shots just going wide. No boost here for OSM, but he's going to try and keep the attack on for Gladiators as Andy pushes it downfield. Evo with the demo. Follow-up is wide open for Drees. How do you do it, says Evo. They're amazing.
Live, laugh, love. Life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful. That's right.
Tied up game. 3:12 left here on the clock. Dignitas strike back. Now, can Gladiators regain the lead? Gladiators have been getting gifted a lot of opportunities here for Dignitas. The thing about this one in particular, though, is as Gladiators earned it. Oh my God, they've been gifted another one. Max, who hits an open net goal, and suddenly Gladiators right back in the lead.
Oh, Drees hesitated there on the challenge. You can even see it in the camera here. He kind of wiggled forward, wiggled to the side, wiggled back forward, came back to the side, didn't know if it was his time to go, and then crept up too far. And the backfield of Dignitas was exposed. And again, a 1-goal lead here for Gladiators. They have battled for every goal, and they have pushed Dignitas to the limit. But they still have half a game to get through here. And they have fielded some tough shots coming out from Dignitas. Andy in particular, he's been lethal. He just hasn't been able to break through in a couple of his chances, but here's a great pass from Evo, and he sauces up Drees in the box.
Oh, it's quick. If there was a second more of a hesitation on the pass, it would have been easily telegraphed. OSM definitely had an idea of where it was going, but at that point it's too little too late. Quick work there from Dignitas to get back into this game. And halfway through, 4 goals here total as teams share 2 apiece. And no signs of slowing down on either side. This one, though, looking like it's going to be a dig goal.
Oh.
They get caught out on the breakaway. Andy will do it all himself.
What happened here? Really just no one here to challenge Andy. I mean, Max came in, but he was the last man. The challenge wasn't good enough. And a tap in for Andy and a lead regained for Dignitas with 2:27 on the clock.
Oh, look at this kickoff. Dries went for that cheat up, got that midfield boost instantly. But can Andy give him the ball? Not looking likely here. So Evo will try his hand at it. There's 2 on the back wall here for Gladiators. LCT will take that one. But again, it goes back to kind of what I was talking about earlier with the miscommunication. It's not the first time that's happened in this series. Chance here. No, not really. That one just falls on the back wall and Max will clear it away.
Max wants LCT. OSM, he's going to go as the last man. And now Max trying to race back. Evo knows he had some space to work with there, but he couldn't hang on. Scary there from Gladiators, sending everyone on a chance that it was not a super high percentage. And now LCT threatening himself as Andy gets a great pinch. That's a fantastic clear from Andy. My goodness, all the way to the wall, into the corner of the other side. Evo gets by 1, looking for another touch. This one over the head of Andy. Dignitas trying to pile on now.
That sent over to the corner. Bounce out, and OSM just going to take this, try to get some control here of the ball. Chance here for a little bit of a reset for Gladiators. But what can they do with that knowledge? Low boost situation. OSM actually does pick up that corner, so he's going to be able to grab this one. And then it gets another touch out over to the side, but now everyone low on the side of Gladiators. I missed it. I don't know.
Did Andy just whiff that aerial?
Oh, probably.
He must have run out of boost. It just looked kind of goofy from our angle here. Nonetheless, oh my, he almost gave it up to LCT's shot. Now Max. Straight into Evo. What a challenge and read from Evo there. And now a pass over to Max again. OSM, great vision. Max wants to put it on target, but it's just wide. Less than 40 seconds now. Gladiators threatening, pushing here in game 3. They can't find the target. They certainly aren't putting shots on target. It feels like Dignitas doing well to deny them. They're letting them play with it, but they're not allowing them to be dangerous. LCT beats the ball, and now Evo, a touch would shave off more and more seconds. As it does, Dries' shot on target is denied by Max.
Max with the carry, but Gladiators still stuck in their own half. Dries trying to end it, and Dries, he'll get the hat trick on that one. What a dunk.
Cool beans, says Evo on that one. And what a shot from Dries off the crossbar, down and in. 4-2 Dignitas looking to take game 3 here. And what felt like Gladiators were really threatening their 7 shots. They just couldn't break through in that final minute, and you can see Dignitas really packing the net. They know they're just pushing this one, go next, as the ball will drop, and Dignitas 2-1 in this series.
2-1 in the series, and I don't know. These quick shots are starting to get a little passive aggressive. At least from my perspective.
That was a splendid match.
Splendid. I believe we are on game 4. So excuse me while I change the map. You know, we
gotta go. What is that? Utopia?
Is it Utopia regular or is it Dusk?
It's Dusk.
Got it.
Which one's Cool Beans? I don't know. I don't know which one. I haven't played today. I don't know what it is.
Looking back at this one, it was interesting. OSM had a good catch out, and so did Maxu. They're doing a good job of catching Dig when they overextend. But in terms of consistent offensive pressure, it feels like that's where they've been lacking the most here. And then on defense, it just seems like a couple of times where they'll either have 2 guys on that back wall, or they'll also just not know what Dig are doing with the ball, just kind of almost a complete misread. And then Dig just punish after that consistent offensive pressure. So
I would say, though, at the same time, there's been a few from both sides. They've actually been able to punish each other quite well. You've seen a few go over the top of Dignitas. You've seen a few go over the top of Gladiators, or that tough challenge from Max that went off his sidewall and then back towards his net that Andy tapped in. You can see teams are really pushing, but they are not breaking through, especially Gladiators. That was the big difference here. And I got to hand it to Dignitas. They've looked quite good. here in this series so far. Couple of miscues, excuse me, but for the most part, you can see that synergy, especially with Evo in the mix. Boy, he makes good things happen when Dignitas are on offense.
Seeing whether or not Gladiators can kind of make some good things happen here too, but LCT and Max got to go back. Drees looking for another double. That was on target, by the way. OSM had to jump up and make that save out. Drees starting to get more free-flowing, just like how we saw in game 1, but here's some more pressure coming out from Gladiators. Max in an awkward spot, and it's going to buy enough time for Dick to get set here in the net. Andy will play this away from OSM. It's a really good clear from Andy, and Dignitas able to get some space.
Drees sitting on his back right boost, waiting for come, and he gets it, but he's beat. Good little 1-2 from Gladiators, but the come up empty once again. Evo, excuse me, gets a demo on OSM. They trade blows there in the demolition department. OSM now trying to fight through the midfield. Max will pick it up, and he tried to play it slow and steal the Dignitas defense. Does well to deny. First minute come and gone, and I feel like in each of one of these of the games that we've had so far, Daz, in each first minute has been pretty even. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4 now. Very, very close, and another one skates by the Dignitas net.
That one does skate by. That was definitely one of the more better shot chances that we've seen from Gladiators, especially in this particular game here. They have been leading in terms of the offense, though. Even though that double doesn't necessarily count in the game, that's been the only shot that Dignitas has been able to put on. Most of this has been controlled by Gladiators offensively, as they are looking for a way in.
We mentioned, you know, Dignitas halfway through game 1. We're like, oh yeah, this is Dignitas. They're playing like they should, and they've kind of warmed up. I feel like now could be the same for Gladiators as they just watch Drees play a redirect pack towards their net, and they're lucky he barely misses, and almost a counter from LCT.
Oh, chance here. That one pitches out. LCT trying to control it, but does get the flip reset, just isn't able to use it, just kind of prolongs the ball into the air. LCT looking for a bump on Andy, but they got to get Drees off the ball. Bit of a double commit here, and you see Max just wanting to capitalize. Gets it away from Evo, and OSM with a good beat. Can LCT get a beat here? Drees just barely got there in time. This has been the closest half of the game that we've had all series long. Both teams have not been able to score.
And you got to kind of tip your cap to the Dignitas defense here. They've been packed in a couple times, but they've done a great job of denying the shots from the Gladiators here. Just been very packed in on their box, and yet still are able to deny. And another one here from OSM that he's got to pick up at his box, trying to slow it down, but Evo is just barreling through his LCT now. Tries to push it towards the Dignitas side. Maybe a chance here for Gladiators.
OSM, nice light touch. Andy was awkward, but no additional follow-up off that touch, so not able to capitalize and turn into a goal yet. Here's Max. High ball.
Oh, he missed.
Gets that off the corner, goes straight down. There's the miss, and there's LCT with the goal. Gladiators get on the board first.
The last man, Andy, doesn't come up with the touch. And that was the mistake that Gladiators were looking for. They have been knocking on the door, Daz, this entire game, and they couldn't break through, and finally a mistake comes out from Dignitas, and they're there to punish.
Okay. Things are starting to cook. LCT off the demo.
Whoa.
Tried to get the bump there. Goes off the post. OSM couldn't get the read. Chance here for a counter, but Dignitas a bit of a double commit. How will they figure this one out? Andy will control it here in the midfield. And they're looking to recover. It's been mistake after mistake on the ball. Dignitas starting to look a little shaky here as the final minute is starting to approach. Pass out to Max. Max pass one. Trying to read where Andy's going to put the ball. Does get a read there, but Drees gets on top of it. Dignitas want this ball all to themselves here in the final minute so they can build up a striking chance.
And Dignitas needs something. They've been close. You go back to Drees' redirect. That just came off the post. Maybe a chance here. Evo, can he beat LCT to the ball? Drees shot on target, denied again by LCT. Defense coming up big by the one man, and now Evo, his shot goes wide. 40 seconds left. Dignitas pushing. Drees off the ceiling, trying to set up his teammates. But all of Gladiators are right below it. Evo pre-jumps this one. 2 go. Now the third, and Max to deny for Gladiators. They got to get this out. They're running out of boost. Off the sidewall, looking for more. Andy went all the way back, and that one will pitch to the blue side. Dignitas Again, fruitless in their endeavor towards the Gladiator side.
Evo looking for demos, trying to disrupt. OSM has a flip reset, was trying to get that dunk on, could not do it. Here's LCT trying to run down the clock. Max gets it through, and it's in the back of the net. 2-goal lead for Gladiators with 6 seconds on the clock.
And what a touch from LCT just to make that one awkward. You could see Dries really struggle with it. And now Max to tap home an open one, and it's 2-0 Gladiators with 6 seconds left.
Kickoff.
Again.
Straight to Gladiators, and they push it towards the net. No time on the clock, and we have a tied-up series. We are guaranteed 6 games here between Dignitas and Gladiators.
Wow, wow, wow. Top-notch performance, everyone. I haven't seen that one yet. I am not shocked. I am impressed by how Gladiators were able to hang into this series and now I think really start to flourish here. You're seeing their offense really attack the Dignitas side. And while I complimented Dignitas for, being packed in, that's really not the best thing for them, obviously. You see Gladiators really peppering their side and finally forcing a mistake to come out. And that's really where I think it started to go downhill for Dignitas. They really weren't able to complete any of their chances downfield, Dignitas. Dries had that one redirect. Otherwise, it was, I would say a very poor offensive effort from Dignitas there in that game. And Gladiators, boy, they're really making Dignitas hurt. And another kickoff goal. What is going on with the kickoff?
Are you kidding? Pitch on the kickoff. Max gets there, and again, another kickoff goal. Gladiators with the first one, too, in the first couple of seconds.
What is happening on the kickoff? That is not the first. That is not the second. That is not the third. Gladiators have just been owning Dignitas in the kickoff department, but Dries, they'll just want a saving every single time they score. Dries putting that one away to tie it up.
I told you, I started seeing a little bit too many how do you do it, and I was like, wait a second.
Wait a minute. I don't think it's a joke anymore.
Suddenly, it's not all fun.
Yeah.
Someone say April Fools. Oh,
Max!
Nah, you can't do him like that, Max.
OSM's letting them have it. Look at him again. Let's it go, Evo. Where you going?
And it's on Evo of all people.
Oh, my.
Man.
And now here comes the kickoff off a fake. Can Gladiators make some magic happen again? Look how hard they're cheating on that one. Max was hungry for another one, and they do get possession. And no follow-up. The OSM's going to keep this one alive for Gladiators, looking for more. Max attacking, and that one did not bounce the way he read it. And now Dignitas looking to get out.
Andy into the corner. This one sent to Evo. Good challenge. No one home. Dries.
Oh, what a save.
LCT. Great save out. I thought that was going in no matter what. But the speed from LCT able to get there in time. Evo will try to lead the charge here once again, but shut down so quickly. It's him on top of the ball.
My.
Gladiators are surging right now. What are we seeing out of this team?
They are feeling themselves, Daz, and they are playing like they're world beaters right now, and they are all over Dignitas. 3 goals in the first minute. We talked about how quiet the first minutes have been. But boy, Gladiators are screaming here in the first minute of this game.
Yeah, especially just kind of knowing that, like we had said going in, it may not be all fun and games. There's definitely just a level that turned up on both sides since we got into game number 1 here. And Dignitas have 3 minutes and 50 seconds to get back in. Andy was trying to force that to the top left corner. It was a great carry, but not good enough. That one center. No, Evo can't get there in time. Dignitas are sending the house, but they're coming up empty.
And the old tricks are not working for Dignitas. Attacking with the air dribbles, the solo plays are just simply being shut down by Gladiators. And sure, the ball's rolling across the box, but it hasn't broken through quite yet off the crossbar. The shot was too high. Andy can't get there in time. And somehow, Gladiators keep Dignitas at bay.
For the time being, Dignitas are not done yet. Like I said, it's going to be a long 3 minutes here. It's Dries to the center to Evo. Light touch, does
Surely,
get it past
it has
him,
to be.
and Evo will put it in the back of the net, making this a 1-goal game.
Hey, look at Evo. You got to give him some credit here. Look at the second touch. Bang, right around OSM. Gets right back to it. Far side, puts it in the net. Makes it look easy in the end. And we'll see.
Not gonna lie, came into this chilling, but
but now it's getting exciting.
yeah, now it's getting a little exciting. I'm not gonna lie. This is what you love to see. Can Max get this?
Oh,
man! Max finds the double. Look at the perseverance here from the Gladiators player.
What? He pinned it across against the ceiling. How on earth?
That's all mine.
My goodness, the control off the ceiling. Unbelievable from Max. And now 4-2 for Gladiators. They're looking for their fifth. OSM gets by one, and Andy, well placed on the back wall, will get this one away. Dignitas feels like the tides are shifting away from them. And this Gladiator squad, they have become oh so dangerous in this series.
I'm expecting a timeout no matter what happens. From whoever loses this game, I'm expecting a timeout. The way this one is looking, it's been high fast, it's been high emotion, and I feel like one of the coaches is going to have to try to slow it down. That's the way it's feeling, at least from what we've been seeing so far. But look at this. They're connecting here on the side of Gladiators. LCT's going to drop it in. It's a 1-2-1 pass play. Gladiators are showing out.
They're just different. And there's just nobody on the back wall for Dignitas. And LCT, he's not going to miss. 5-2 for Gladiators. And this one getting ugly.
I saw it in the chat. Someone put a hand up. They are clearly showing out right now. Dignitas are being punched in the face. They're down by 3. They've given up 5 goals. There's 2 minutes remaining in the game. I thought it was going to be a long 3 minutes for the side of Gladiators because Dignitas had so much time to get back into this game, but Dignitas are falling apart at the seams. That could have been 6, but LCT played it too high.
A little too high. That's all right. They got some buffer. That one was open, though. They played it perfectly. The shot just wasn't there. And now Andy, can he get one back for Dignitas? It's not going to happen. That defense from Gladiators, it might have been a little shaky early on, but they have really locked it down. Figured themselves out. And with a minute and a half left, I mean, it just feels like Dignitas are so deflated.
That is indeed what it looks like. OSM trying to play that one off the back wall. Look for a cheeky play, can't get it. Evo. Now there's a chance here for Dignitas to go on a run, but they got to be successful here on this drive specifically. As it does get sent back into the midfield, they'll have time for maybe a push and some change, all depending on how they approach this one. Andy, great carry. It's going to go off that back wall. Dries has a read of it. Off the corner. Evo can't get it past LCT. That is a great clear. That's going to kill more time off the clock here as Dig are trying to push past the wall the Gladiators have put up.
Flip reset from Dries. And again, solo plays, they look clean, but they're not good enough to break the defense. Like the mechs are there from Dignitas. They look great behind the ball. It's just that Gladiators are even better defensively. They stop them every single way, and it feels like Dignitas, they're so one-dimensional right now on offense. Where's the passing plays? Where's the teamwork, the cohesion, the synergy? You're not really seeing it. They're just trying to force the solo plays out. And, of course, Gladiators are good enough to stop it.
Wow.
I'm chalking it up, Daz. I'm changing the score right now.
Yeah, this one's done. 16 seconds, just simply not enough time for Dignitas to get back into this one. And I expected some action. I did not expect this. Time has ticked down. Dries will try to get one for the road, and they are not letting him have even that. Demo said Toodaloo! Gladiators put the series on match point.
Oh, wow. 3-2. One more game for Gladiators, and they will take down Dignitas. Remember, this is just a single elimination bracket. If you lose, you're done. And if you don't win, you don't get any money. Only the winner comes out with money. It's $1,000. Winners take all. And Gladiators, boy, they're hungry for it. And they're looking good here against Dignitas. I think Dignitas are going to have to take some time here to really think about themselves. Man, Gladiators are all over them. I mean, what else can we say? Max is going 3 for 3. I mean, my man's looking good out there. Gladiators, 5-2 scoreline against Dignitas. Dignitas have got to make some changes.
Yeah, they do. I mean, look, it's not ROCS, but if you hide the scoreboard, you can see some of those highlights. Oh, it's too late. We already loading into game 6. This was such a great performance because Gladiators had everything. They had the quick goals off the kickoff. Dignitas had plenty of time to get back into this game. They did not let up. They continued on that pressure. They even developed team plays and amazing solo plays. And if this is what we're going to see from Gladiators, I think that no one should really kind of call them slouches going into this event. This is a great showing out of them no matter what.
Oh, yeah. You cannot disrespect them. And for Gladiators, I mean, this would be a wonderful result for them going into the major. I know, of course, this is not some crazy tournament, but with the way they've been playing here against Dignitas, this has looked good. I mean, they've looked fantastic even. We'll see if Dignitas has anything to say about it. There's Dries. Pass over to Evo is denied. Andy, tons of time here. What does he pick to do? Evo pre-jumped the pass that never came. And again, the solo play is just not paying off for Dignitas.
Let's see it. Game 6, Dignitas. Can they get things on the right foot? That one will get cleared over to the side. It'll be Dries pushing this into the corner. They'll pick this one up again, looking for the dunk. Gets it in front, and it's an own goal from OSM. That'll be Dig's first goal.
The insta-quick chats coming out on that one, and Dignitas finally get back into the lead and score first, and that is, I mean, that is really unlucky for Gladiators. Came off LCT, OSM was getting back. He own goaled it in the end, but Dignitas happy to see that one drop because it has been a tough time for them to break through this Gladiators defense.
OSM. Big clear. Max, shot on, forces two. LCT, what can he cook up? Does get the double. No flip there on the play, so OSM will send it across. We'll try to carry this one all the way through. Missed the boost, you can see it because the boost spawned. He'll pick it up now after Andy gets a clear downfield. Evil up way early. I don't know what he's doing. He threw himself out the play. Dries will put a shot on, and OSM able to kind of get that save in time. Is now Gladiators have to play from behind. They were in the last game they had a hot start, but this time Dignitas setting the tone. Can Gladiators get themselves back into this game?
Just touch there from LCT, but Max still in possession. It feels like Dignitas resorting to just kind of booming it and hoping for the best. Really not seeing that control that they had early on. Even if the solo plays were working, you're really not even seeing that come out now. And a poor touch there from Dries. Shot from OSM was weak. LCT, that one gets by him. And now an opportunity. Here comes Dries off the ceiling. Flip reset was there, and he did use it. Unfortunately, just didn't go anywhere again. Dignitas stopped. And they're lucky to hold on to this one-goal lead for now because it feels like Gladiators are coming back. Max chasing after Andy. Knocks him out of the way. It's wide open. Nobody home for Dignitas. And OSM ties it up.
Back at it again. OSM able to just get this through. The bump comes out. See you later. We got a tied-up game with less than half the clock to go. And there's a chance that this series ends right here.
LCT trying to make it happen, and it comes out to OSM. He's going to put it to the left side. It's denied by Evo. For a split second, you thought they were going to break through. Now Dignitas in pursuit, off the back wall. Gladiators looking to get this one out, and it comes awkwardly off LCT. But a good clear past Evo. He's got no boost. Dries over to LCT now. And trying to get a second touch from the ceiling. OSM wanted that pass from Max, but he gets bumped away. It's just LCT back. Dignitas, can they take advantage? Max gets back as well. Evo trying to go under. He's denied. And now LCT back the other way. Max picks it up into the midfield. A pass.
The pass.
OSM off the backboard looking for one more, and it never came.
Ooh,
it was
I
late.
don't like that. It's too aggressive. Now they got to stop a Dries off the ceiling. Awkward
Evo,
clear.
Andy.
Oh, no, he missed. Evo side flips as well. There's no follow-up there. Prime opportunity for Dig to get on the board, and now they got to start from scratch.
What was that? The opportunity was there again for Dignitas. And Andy gets a demo. Is it wide open for Evo? It certainly is.
Wide open.
2-1 for Dignitas. And Max did not like that.
Demo one. Andy says toodaloo to the third man. And Evo just rolls it all the way in. What?
Wow.
That sequence, that last 20 seconds was odd for sure. Dignitas get this goal, but they should have scored on their last drive. Either way, the demo plays out for them. But then we get to that final minute, and Gladiators got to pull themselves back into this game.
Less than a minute now. Gladiators, they have been wonderful on offense. With zero boost, LCT trying to make the difference. Max, he's in trouble. It's straight over to Evo, and he doesn't pick up any boost here. He can't hold on to it. OSM, Gladiators. Maybe one of a couple more chances here. Denied again by Andy. Coming up on 30 seconds left. Andy gets another demo, but Evo couldn't hang on, and that might have saved the goal. LCT just forced to blast it downfield. And once again, Gladiators in the final third. Can they break through? OSM's challenge is not really in their favor. It does go over to LCT, and Evo doesn't come up with it.
He got bumped.
Now the chance is here. Max. OSM's chasing Andy, but here comes Dries out of nowhere. Now 10 seconds left. Andy trying to play the clock, but he's denied by LCT. Evo now. Are we going to game 7? Do we have one more left in this series? Evo trying to drop it down, and it will hit the ground. Game 7 is where we're going, Daz.
It is where we're going, and I honestly, I can't tell you who's coming out with this game.
I can't.
Which is like the way that Dignitas won this really kind of came down to a couple of mistakes on the side of Gladiators, right? A little too far forward, didn't watch out for the demo. The demo came through, and then all of a sudden, a goal. Dignitas had clearer chances than this one, and they weren't able to score on that end. Gladiators have been showing out offensively, but it does seem like they might be running out of steam here. Game 7 about to come at you, and it really comes down to who's got the ice here in the Corelli Cup.
Who's got the ice? That's the real question. And we shall find out if it's Dignitas or is it Gladiators. Who's moving on to the finals for a chance to play at either Ground Zero or Kru, which is coming up after this series, just as soon as we can set it up, really, because this one's going to hit the 7 p.m. mark. And a Game 7 is exactly the way I'd want to start off this tournament, Daz.
Oh, a little bit of a mix-up.
Whoa.
Dries cutting through left, right. He done chopped up and served the Gladiators as he's got the first goal.
And he has had a great series. Maybe a little quiet midway through, but he started strong, and he looks like he's going to be ending strong. What a way to start off this Game 7.
Put a little spice on it.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa. A Spanish kickoff and a fake kickoff. Whoa. Next thing you know, it's a demo on the play, and 50's on that blue goal line. It'll amount to nothing, but definitely everybody keeping their heads on a swivel as this game continues.
Hey, that's fun. That's what happens when people try and use kickoffs, though. That kind of stuff happens. People are going to be like, oh, that's so bad. No. We want that.
Johnny Boy shed a tear.
Yeah. We want stuff like that. People trying off kickoffs. Oh, my God, OSM. What was that?
What? How do you do it, OSM? Andy tries to get a piece of this. OSM says, not today. That's mine. Puts it straight into the back of the net. And Game 7 continuing to deliver.
Oh, my goodness. OSM says, hold on a second. Let me just get one back real quick. Now he's got to come up big with a save going in, and he's denied the shot. Evo can't get past LCT. And now LCT again, dropping it down. Max is there, but he can't connect. Dignitas was scrambling, and the opportunity was right in front of him. But unfortunately, Gladiators couldn't come up with it.
Oh, speed test. LCT to the top left. Andy had to make the save. Infield pass. Max, shot. No, it's too short, too small. It's just not enough. It's going to go the other way. Could have been a chance for some consistent pressure there from Gladiators, but now they got to play some defense as Evo's trying to line up a double. 2 members of the Gladiators get there to deny, but it's not going to slow down Dignitas at all. They need to clear, and they do get one.
Plenty of time left on the clock. Max, shot is on target, and not trusting.
There's the pass.
Our Dignitas. You can see these passes are really paying off for Gladiators. Another one off the sidewall. LCT's there. The shot goes wide. Dries cleans it up. Max quickly to the sky to not let Dignitas out for free. You can see how aggressive Gladiators have become. Much different than how they were in Game 1. Chrome's in chat asking what's going on. We don't know, Chrome. Have you been watching this? We don't know what's happening. Gladiators going crazy in this series.
Control from Andy. Gets that dunk down. Gets a demo as well, but the clear should buy some time for LCT to get back into the game. Everybody far post. OSM will stop the shot from Evo. And Gladiators move upfield. That one gets sent all the way downfield. Good touch from Evo, or Drees, I should say, to put that in space. And what is this?
What?
It's just an open lane. Andy will get the goal. Dig will take the lead.
Wow, what a turnaround. And Max just too wide. I don't think he got boost there either. Yeah, he's got nothing in the tank, but it didn't matter. I don't think he could have got back into it. And now a 2-1 lead for Dignitas so quickly on the counter at halftime in Game 7.
Someone's got to step up on Gladiators. Unfortunate circumstance, a little bit of a misread, and
oh no,
things could slowly end here.
No.
Oh, he took him out, and Drees has the freest net of his life. It's a 2-goal lead for Dig.
You knew bad things were going to happen when this one came clean off the backboard. Evo was all over it, but it came down to Drees, and he put it away. And this one, Daz, it's the start of the unraveling. Gladiators have got to stitch themselves back together.
It's giving LSU. Sorry, Bates.
Oh, no.
It's giving a bit of a choke. OSM, he had a free aerial, and he missed that one. Andy with the clear out. Drop down. This one goes off the corner, or off of Drees, who's in the corner. LCT with some space. Can he create something here?
Oh!
OSM, oh! He had the speed, but just a little too high. Would have been a great goal to get him back into the game. They still got 2 minutes to go, but they got to play defense against Dig here.
Minute and 50 seconds left. It's not panic time just yet for Gladiators. They've got to get a grip here. Sending 2 at the same ball. LCT, can he do it himself? Pass over to OSM was aggressive, but they can't come up with anything quite yet. Now Max trying to get down and over. Gets the bump. LCT's there and denied by Andy. Here comes Drees. Lots of space to work with. Flip reset towards the net. Drees puts the 4th away for Dignitas.
It was instant as well. You can see OSM, he wants to cut in, but he just did not expect that flip reset to kind of explode. He was thinking it would go top left corner. Drees didn't give him any time to adjust as he pushes that one in quickly. And now Dignitas trying to put their foot down, up by 3 with a minute 20 left. All they need to do, get some solid clears, and this game is over. I am clearly earning a check today because, my God, I was just not expecting that.
Someone help this man.
Exclamation point, I need some water.
Get this man some water. He's choking in the last minute.
Oh, no.
The Gladiators down by 3. Need some magic to happen, and we've seen kickoff goals drop for them. So if they can get back to the kickoff, maybe magic happens for them. But with 45 seconds left, it's looking bleaker and bleaker. This one comes out to Drees. Left side shot is denied. And another tackle by Evo will slow Gladiators down. It's been so tough for them to break out. Andy, the dagger's already been put in. Gladiators won't die quite yet. But with 30 seconds left on the clock, they're on their deathbed. Game 7. They've taken Dignitas to the brink. But they might be coming up short unless LCT gives them a chance.
My goodness, he put some hot sauce on that one. Look at the power behind this shot from LCT. Drees had the read, but it's just a matter of speed. He couldn't get there to pinch it out. He had to follow it in.
Oh.
And
it didn't work.
Yeah, the kickoff not going to work out here as well. Unless OSM can get this with some time on the clock, which he tried to. The Gladiators will get a Warriors death here for sure.
Wow.
As they drop this one in 7 to Dignitas, but my goodness, we did not expect Gladiators to put up that much of a fight.
That was a fantastic series from Gladiators. What a fun series to start this one off. Just back and forth. Dignitas coming back and winning this one. They will be in the finals, and they will be playing against either Kru or Ground Zero, which, by the way, Daz, we can't rest. We got to go right into it. We got to get it set up. Look at that. We got Kru. We've got Ground Zero. In the second match, the second series of the Corelli Cup, which I'm realizing I really hate the title because I hate saying my own name. It just sounds egotistical. Anyways. It was the alliteration, you know, I had to do it.
No, I like if I was you, I probably would. I was thinking, I was like, dang, I can't. What can I say? Say my tournament would be. What would it be? The Daz Dine-In or some shit? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know.
Oh, also, Chimako, he's in chat right now. He said it's time for the crucifixion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Getting.
Oh,
wow.
man, he might be right.
Okay.
He might be right. Look at this start from Drops. Brad dropping it down right in front of Super Lucky. He did his best. You got to give him some credit. Did his best. But the follow-up from Drops was too strong, and a 1-0 start for Kru.
The Bad Derby. I like that one.
The Bad Derby.
I forget about my other names. Sorry. I think about the caster one first. I forget about the other one. The Bezos bash or something. I don't know. Oh my God! But hold up. We got somebody getting bashed in the back in there on Ground Zero. Jorfinho is gonna get this one. It's Drops. He said super like. Let me talk to you real quick. Out the way. Jorfinho is gonna get this one. Back-to-back goals here from Kru to start us off.
He got bumped. The last man got bumped. And the South American fans are in chat. I see you. I see the Vamos. I see the Boras. And boy, Kru are starting off hot. They're looking good here against Ground Zero. Remember, both these teams are playing on the West Coast. Look at the ping. 20 ping for everyone. No excuses here on this international matchup. Everyone's on an even playing field. We've seen our last Game 7 banger with Dignitas and Gladiator. What happened when we put those teams on even footing? Oh my, Drops.
He tried it. He tried it. Okay, Drops. We got to keep an eye out on Drops if that's what he's going for here. And they are up by 2, so a little bit of comfortability here. But where do we see a little strike back here from Ground Zero? They're looking for some bumps too. Fiber is stuck in that blue net. He's going to turn here. Super Lucky's going to try to get it to him. Does get it through, but it just wasn't enough.
Fiber did not believe, and I don't blame him, but he was there. He did not believe in that touch, and now here comes Drew Finnes. He's trying to drop it down. Brad, space to work with, trying to pass it off, but there's just no follow-up for Kru. And now here comes Super Lucky. The pass across. Kaka was there, and again, just not connecting. That's really been the biggest pain point now for Ground Zero on their offense, just not connecting on the ball in front of the net. Kru are giving him the space. Kaka again having to go to the sky to push this one away.
I got to work tomorrow, so I'm going to be a little bit easier on this one, this particular one. But no, noticing that they have not been able to connect yet for sure. As it seems like they're going for a lot of demos. Oh, Jorfinho, he just has so much space there. Great shot, 3-goal lead, and that'll be his second. He's 2 for 2.
And you just can't give him the space in the box there. Kaka diving across to make the save, but still, the shot was better. Far side, away from that last man, and a 3-0 lead for Kru. They have come out the gate screaming.
So already definitely a good start. First half of the game has been owned by Kru, as they clearly have a foot planted in that Ground Zero half. Ground Zero just trying to see when they can get things going. It's been a little awkward is an understatement. It has been awkward for Ground Zero in terms of just that offensive drive. It hasn't amounted to much. They've got one shot here in this game, and they've been trying to figure out a way to get past Kru. They want to get to that demo strat, but since they haven't been connecting in the demos, it just means that now they have a man out of offense. Meanwhile, Kru goes down the field, and they just make it look like they're flowing like water past Ground Zero's defense.
Yeah, what is going on with Ground Zero here? Super Lucky got tied up with Brad.
Brad says you are not having fun today.
He put up a block in front of him. And a 4-0 scoreline for Kru here in Game 1. You were mentioning, the woes of Ground Zero here so far. I feel like for Ground Zero, it's just complete disconnect in Game 1 so far. Offensively, it just hasn't been there, whether they just didn't expect them to break through across the box or just the shot's not coming through. That final touch hasn't been there. And then defensively, plays like that are tough to read, but at the same time, they've been happening over and over again. Lots of space for Kru here. And now here's a pass over to Kaka. He was almost able to connect. So you're looking for life here on the Ground Zero side.
Well, to Ground Zero's credit, now this may be me just kind of telling everyone about my definitely very bad sleep schedule, but I do watch OCA whenever I'm up late. And Ground Zero is a team that does have slow starts. And we've seen them have those time and time again. Now they're starting to get a little ramped up towards the end of this. That was a great drive forward. Kaka leading the charge to set up Super Lucky for this goal.
Yeah, that was a great look for Super Lucky. And Kaka, I think, really kind of scared everyone off the ball. And he was invited into the box. And Ground Zero finally connect. That is just their second shot here in this game. Sure, 50% shooting percentage, but you'd like to see more chances, especially with the amount of chances that Kru have had. 4 goals have been put away from them. Now drops a flip reset. Oh my gosh, is it 5? Holy smokes! Drops, making it look easy.
Let me see this from Drops. Good control. Got the flip over. Oh! Hello? We need an ambulance on Manfield. God!
Oh man. Insult to injury there from Drops. And here he comes again off the ceiling. And he doesn't have boost to get up, but he pushes Kaka out of the way. And Kru have crushed Ground Zero here in Game 1. Super Lucky looking for a little bit of space, looking to save face here in Game 1. They're not going to come out with it, but you'd love to tighten up the scoreline if you can. As the final 30 seconds ticking away, and Kru are just happy to see this one just float in the midfield. As Ground Zero, they are really going to have to go back to the drawing board here in this game, or in this series, rather.
And, ooh, trying to get that one in. Final 10 seconds here in regulation. It's all Ground Zero at this point. I mean, not Ground Zero, it's all Kru at this point. Ground Zero tried to make things happen. Sure, the last 30 seconds they got because they got that last goal, but even then that wasn't enough. This is really interesting. If you are a fan of FaZe G2, G1, Kru are in this group. You're looking to see how they're going to come out and perform. If they show up with this level of confidence against those other teams, then I think that, you know, they could really challenge that Group A and turn that into what I think people would think is probably an unsuspecting group of death potentially. Oh, don't ready up.
Oh,
No.
did you not change it? It's okay. It's okay.
Wait, I got sent out the lobby.
Oh, you got booted?
Yeah, I got booted. Dang, the game really was not.
The game is not like us today. What's going on? You can get
Life
back in
is
though,
beautiful.
right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree though. You know, looking at Group A for the major, it's FaZe, G2, Kru, and G1. And I rate G1 pretty well. Like, I know they didn't have the best split ever, but they're a scary team, and maybe, you know, major might make them a bit different, right, playing on LAN and whatever, or they might perform poorly, but I think for Kru and G1, they could really make, like you said, make that group a lot more scarier than maybe people are rating them at the moment. Right now, Kru looking great against Ground Zero. Let's see if Ground Zero. Oh,
what the?
Oh, man. Let's see if Ground Zero can do anything about that. I don't know if you can react to something like that coming out from Drops.
Drops with the fake, too. Brad trying to get there in time. Here's Drafinio waiting. Gets this off the sidewall. Good control. Pinch out to the middle. Trying to cover this ball. And good 50 for Brad. He's going to be able to steal some boost. Gets the ball back for free. Here's a pop-up for Drops, who gets there first. Looking for the flip reset. Got the flip and a 50 into it. The mechs are there for Kru, clearly.
They are looking clean and looking real mechy out there. As here comes Brad. He didn't get the flip reset that I think he wanted. And that is really the real lethal part about this team, and it's wide open. Nobody was back from Ground Zero. They were hypnotized moving downfield, and everyone forgot about the net.
Oh, yeah, they're all pushing it forward. Someone has to go back. Drafinio has that ball, and it's a very aggressive challenge there against them. You wonder what that was about here. But now we have the game underway, and Kru picking up where they left off. Can Kaka get that one? No, can't do it. And Drafinio will get a flick past Super Lucky and look to continue to push upfield.
And I really haven't seen much from Ground Zero that would make me believe that they're going to kick it up to a different notch right now. If anything, I feel like Kru are feeling themselves individually, and that's really scary, especially with these South American teams. Those mechanics and the confidence they have behind the ball. You've seen what Fury have been able to do over the years, or over the last season, rather. You've seen what Team Secret could do in the Fall Major. A lot of people are looking at Kru. Could they be the next one up? And they're looking pretty good individually right now.
Yeah, also though on the side of Ground Zero, you're watching Ground Zero. We just got finished watching Gladiators.
Oh my gosh.
They're in the same group.
Oh my gosh.
Brad is working. I see you working, Brad.
Bro is sawing that defense in half right now. And that,
oh
my.
Bump on Fiber. Wow, they were content with letting the ball roll if they could have just gotten the bumps. They would have just rather have bullied than played the ball there. Wow, what stuff there from Kru. But yeah, like I was trying to say, on the side of Ground Zero, we just got finished seeing Gladiators take Dignitas to 7 games. And Gladiators, I believe Gladiators and Ground Zero are in the same group. So, yeah, so that could be something Gladiators could definitely be watching this tape. And we talked about whether or not they'd be able to get out of that group on some, like, I think it was like first touch or something like that. And I don't know. It really, I guess it does depend on how people are shaping up on the day, but a little concerned here for Ground Zero. They have not been able to really have too much strong offense.
I mean, they haven't shown much. You're seeing a lot of mechanics come out from Kru. It's just really what they've been doing. You saw Brad just a moment ago serving a 7-course meal in front of the Ground Zero net. He didn't come up with it. But here's Kaka trying to push through. And, of course, Ground Zero had a shot off the post here in this game. They still find themselves down by 1. And Kru certainly not running away with this one quite yet as they did in Game 1. Drops off the ceiling, makes it quick over the top of Super Lucky. Brad trying to pass it across. Here comes drops again. And still Kru trying to push through as Ground Zero scrambling defensively to stay alive. This one towards the net, and it's put away. Kru up by 2.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Drafinio does it all himself. Gets it past 2. Thanks, guys. What? Do you not see me here? And the speed flip, too. Oh, man. Explodes to get to that ball. 2 goals, both from Drafinio, and he's really making a name here in this game. Not just this game, this series. He's just been so good in the offensive department.
Oh, close for Kaka. Fiber trying to follow up here. Ground Zero. A pass over to Fiber, surely on target. It is. It's wide open, and Ground Zero finally break through.
There's that success that we're looking for. Kaka across, Fiber there. Great read, great reaction from Ground Zero, and they make it a 1-goal game. 1:07 left. Possibly they could turn things around and give us maybe a series on our hands here.
Only the 2nd goal from Ground Zero. How about a 3rd? And they find the equalizer off the kickoff. What is going on with the kickoffs today?
It was a really, really soft cheat from Drafinio. Just a simple front flip. Didn't cheat as hard to make a challenge, but kind of just wanted to see where the ball would go. And that ended up paying the price because that hard cheat worked perfectly for Ground Zero. And now, all of a sudden, they're back in the game.
They're back in the game and a minute left. Can Ground Zero find some offense here? Here comes Kaka. Looking for a second touch. He found it. To the back wall it goes. Super Lucky is there, but it's denied by drops. Another chance. Here comes Kaka. Drops it down to Fiber. Fiber back to Super Lucky. Got one to bite. Super Lucky's got boost, and he's trying to push through Brad. And the demo come out on Fiber, and that'll put an end to the offense of Ground Zero.
Kaka on this one. Starting the air dribble, looking for the bump.
Oh, no,
and, man, Super Lucky tried to get involved in that. Super Lucky got some bumps on the back end, but drops. Great read on the play. Got up very early. Kaka now, flip reset, sending it to Fiber with the drop down. Drops, not the best clear. Super Lucky keeps this in play. You can see Ground Zero don't want to let up at all here. They've had really good offensive pressure in this last push, but can they turn it into a goal? Free ball for Super Lucky.
Oh, Fiber's not there.
Across, no one's there.
They're going to keep it up.
Drops.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's not going to keep it up. We got OT in Game 2.
And he might not have had boost. And that was the smart play. Now Ground Zero, all that pressure, but they don't come out with anything. Now Kaka, he's got Fiber. The pass is behind him. You feel like if Ground Zero could go back to that pressure, they were going to break through here in this overtime. 2 go from Kru, but that pinch from Fiber does not help out Ground Zero. And drops. I don't know if he can touch the ball without getting a flip reset at this point.
Pass. Lucky.
Oh,
top left. Oh, just missed. Follow up. No, that's going to be denied too. Not even a chance there for Fiber to get involved. Great clear from Drafinio. I saw that play develop, and my goodness, the execution was almost there. If Super Lucky can really get that on target for the top left.
Oh my.
This game may have
Super
been
Lucky.
over. Chance here to win.
What?
No, denied.
Fiber.
Follow up blocked as well. And we are still playing on in game 2.
But Ground Zero looking better and better, but hold on. Kaka comes up big off the back wall. All of a sudden, Ground Zero showing the offense warmed up here. It took them a couple games, but they're a different beast now, and they're oh so close to breaking through. But here comes Drops. He's been scary from this position. Flip reset is not enough to get it by Fiber.
If he could have got that flip reset, Fiber would have had a chance. He missed it, and it paid off. Kaka was up early. Drafinio trying to end it. Fiber will be there, and now we have a chance for Kru.
Oh my gosh.
To really get that offensive possession going. Ground Zero have to be very careful what they do with the ball
No,
here.
I'm serious. I don't think Drop has not gotten a flip reset every time he's on the ball. He has a flip reset every single time he touches it. The guy's insane. And here he is again. You know what he's going to do, Daz?
Musty.
Oh, Musty. Okay.
Listen, he's got to mix it up. He heard you. He said, "Wait a second. I'm not trying to be one-dimensional here. Let me mix it up."
My goodness.
Oh,
and now Brad throwing the fakes
there.
again.
Here's Drafinio. Got the double.
Oh, drop side flip.
Yeah, Kaka was ready for it, though. Great read on that play. Drops, pass out. Brad is reaching for the stars there. And unfortunately, the rocket ship doesn't have that much fuel in the tank. So now Ground Zero will have a chance to move upfield. Super Lucky playing close to Fiber. Has to know that he's a little boost there. And Brad takes this one to push it onto the back wall again. Not necessarily very dangerous here for Ground Zero. They can clear this away together.
Oh, Fiber,
and they
what a
do.
touch.
Fiber trying to get the bump, but Brad, very good patience there.
Yeah, great read from Brad. Realized that one kind of got away. And now throwing a couple fakes. Brad, lots of fakes, lots of misdirection. Oh my God, hello? Casting? It's 2 minutes, 45 seconds in this overtime. And Super Lucky just, he's saying, help me.
Fiber not fast enough. Drafinio with the double. Good read from Super Lucky. That clear is going to go all the way downfield to Fiber and tried to control it. Did not last that long. This one on, and Brad able to get the deny there. We've got 3 minutes played in this overtime. Ground Zero definitely have looked a lot better here compared to game number 1, and they are threatening this Kru defense. But it has been a kind of tide shifting left and right between these two. They've been trading blows, trading opportunities.
Yeah, tight overtime, the longest overtime I think we've had today. We had like one overtime, right? No, we didn't have any overtimes in the Dignitas Gladiator series. So the first overtime of the day will, of course, be our longest one, but this one is getting up there, over 3.5 minutes. Pass for Super Lucky. Fiber was quickly there, and Kaka sitting deep. Well, not anymore. He's demoed, and Brad trying to take advantage over to Drops, and he's trying to stretch out. But the defense gets back for Ground Zero, who have looked a whole hell of a lot better, Daz, since their starting game. They were a little bit slow. They didn't show a lot of offense, and they didn't really show a lot of defense either, but now they've really turned things around. They've looked a lot more aggressive on offense, but they got to field this shot from Drop. Super Lucky, able to turn it away.
In that 5-minute mark, or, well, we're on our way there unless something happens here very soon. Drops, plays that one, just goes for the clear, looking for the follow-up touch. Kaka, clear downfield to Drafinio, who, again, just kind of booms the ball, looking for a mistake here. Drops trying to get around it. Super Lucky off the rotation back is going to get another save. That's going to be his 3rd, but it's going to be his team's 8th. As they have been kind of on a defensive push for a while here. They're finally able to get some room, but how long will it matter? There's a bump, but Kaka's not ready for it. Drops got on it quickly, but still not in a good enough position, and Ground Zero now trying to set up some offense. This one goes off the corner, but it's just going to go straight to Drops, who will push this back into the orange half.
5 minutes now overtime. Kaka and Ground Zero trying to build up to something. It's been a little disconnected on the offense. The ideas are there, but they're not executing. And now Drops. Yep, flip reset. You thought you had a Fiber, but he's got the flip reset automatic. It's Kaka. We'll try to clear this one away. Brad just making it awkward for Ground Zero, and he'll go back in. Kru's offense, they've been stopped a bit more. Drops another flip reset towards the net. That one pushed away by that Ground Zero defense, and the flip reset almost came through. And now Super Lucky showing off his. 5.5 minutes ticks on the clock. Drafinio, the demo towards the net, almost got the bump on Super Lucky. We still play on.
Approaching that 6-minute mark here. Ground Zero. Kind of in a tough spot. They haven't had that consistent pressure. Chance now is Super Lucky leading the charge. Gets this one past Brad, makes him a little uncomfortable, not too uncomfortable, because he gets it past Fiber and pushes us back into the orange corner. Kaka slowing things down, forcing drops to come out. He pulls out one, he 50s two. Super Lucky can't necessarily make much use of his positioning there. And now this one's still floating. How much boost in the tank for Ground Zero? They've got to be able to move this upfield. This one in front of the goal line and a little awkward, but drops, holds patient. Fiber trying to force the issue. That pinch out is going to go around, and Kaka's not going to be able to get that boost. He's going to have to go all the way back. Maybe needed here as drops, gets it, almost got it past one, but Kaka did get a bump.
And great bump there on drops. He was trying to set himself up. Here comes drops. The shot was way off. And a follow-up there. Here comes drops again. It's denied. Super Lucky jumps in front of that one. And now Ground Zero on the attack. Fiber over one. Can he dunk it through? Needs one more, and it's denied again by Brad.
This is smart from Kaka. That carry upfield and tried to get the 50, but at least he was able to buy time. They sent the house, and it came up empty, so he had to be able to at least force a 50 and just burn some time for the recovery here. Now Ground Zero can get set again, but this overtime is still continuing on. Drops now with a light touch, and it'll go straight to Super Lucky. He's going to start this carry. Does have that flip and won't use it. Now Drafinho clear to Brad. Brad off the ceiling. Drafinho with the shot, but it's just not enough. And the offense will continue. The overtime will continue.
Someone score, all right? You guys got a major to play, and we can't play this all day. Or all night, I suppose. 7 minutes and 45 seconds. And maybe this one dropping through for Kaka. Both sides have had some big opportunities. Here comes drops. Is it through? Super Lucky can't get there. 7 minutes and 52 seconds. And drops. Kru able to break through.
He pulled out the musty. We should have known when we saw it that one time. That would be what threw everything off for Ground Zero. Not expecting that one at all, and just too little too late on that defensive try to get the save out. And look at all these stats. My goodness. Okay.
Oh, my gosh. Nobody had 1,000 score? My goodness. 9 shots for drops.
Out of 7 minutes, too. What?
Wow. That's incredible. 3 saves apiece for everyone on Kru. 14 saves for Ground Zero. 16 shots for them. 18 shots for Kru. Just farming the stats. And we have to keep going. That was only game 2, Daz.
Yeah.
We
I
got
didn't think
more.
I was finna be here all day.
Hey, you signed up for this, all right?
I need to, yo. I'm sending you the Venmo after this, bro. Like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah, you're getting paid like $12, so.
Listen.
That's all I got, man.
I'll take it.
The budget went to the prize pool, all right, bro? We can't. I'm not getting paid, that's for sure.
Somebody's getting paid. Somebody's getting paid. What's going on here? Let's see who comes out, though, in Game 3. Right now, Kru up 2 in the series. And, whoa, that was interesting. This one gets sent into that blue half. Ground Zero looks super strong, but it doesn't seem like they still, even despite that last game, they haven't been a strong matching here against Kru. They have leveled up as the series has progressed, but if they really want to push forward and kind of get the series in their control, they need a lot more work to be done here.
Oh, yeah. Certainly do. It feels like...
Oh, whoa, a double demo chance? Like somebody hit the ball.
I feel like we're back in the overtime again. The first minute just feels exactly like overtime. And despite Game 1 being an absolute crushing blow to Ground Zero, feels like they've got a hold now of what Kru really are. Ooh, that pass intended for Kaka does come back to Super Lucky. He made the best of it. Pass was a little bit too low. Now Fiber. Hard touch with no boost to the back wall. Drops, denies. Now Kaka, full boost. What can he do with it? Well, he's completely crushed in his attempt. Drafinho comes through. And Drafinho again called upon as the last man. Throws it down to drops. Drops from behind Super Lucky. Will not get there. And Ground Zero trying to set up Fiber. 1v1 over Drafinho. And Drafinho does make the save. Here comes Kaka. 14 boost. He's got Fiber right below, but look at the read from Drops. And here comes Trefino on the flip reset. How about two? Gets the bump, but it's denied by Super Lucky.
I wanted to see it. And he almost was able to get that and then turn it into more. It looked like he was going for a double flip reset bump, which honestly, if somebody did that to me, I would leave the lobby. I just don't have time today. Like, if you want it clearly more than me.
Listen, you can have it, bro.
Right. You can have it. Oh my goodness. But I mean, like we said, that the mechanics here from Kru. Now keep in mind, everybody here today, you guys have that sneak peek, because there's going to be people who aren't looking at this, and they're not going to necessarily know that Kru has this ability. Like we said, going into the major, it may even shock some teams if they haven't scrimmed them. You wonder how they'll fare against others, but right now, Ground Zero, a great drive forward to get the first goal.
Look at this touch. Boop. Right over the first man, the second touch over to Super Lucky, and you can see how late Kru were trying to scramble back to that one. What a touch. And a 1-0 lead for Ground Zero. I believe they're first. Is it their first? Maybe it's not their first. I don't know.
With the first goal?
No. First
lead. First lead. Yeah, definitely first lead. I think.
I believe it's their first lead.
So we're not going to know.
They look, they're looking better, though. Here's Super Lucky on the flip reset, and not going to go through. Kru. It's a far cry from what Kru was in Game 1 to now. It's not that they're necessarily playing poorly, as well. That's a big mistouch from Brad. They're just not as lethal. The mechs are there, but it's not adding up to anything. And now Ground Zero feels like they're getting a foothold in this series. Here comes Super Lucky. Off the backboard, Drops. Great read to clear this one away.
Fiber keeping this in play. Oh my god, clear. Rafinha's up too so early. Wait a second. Oh! I like the idea. Execution needed a little bit of work there. Kaka, the 50. Rafinha trying to get that one set into the midfield. And this is a strong pinch. Kaka will be able to put it in space. Fiber not deterred by Brad looking for the demo. Puts a shot on, but it was off.
What?
That's going to go the other way. Super Lucky has to hurry back. Couldn't get the boost. Does he know Rafinha's there? As he turns in, Fiber, oh, he couldn't get the touch, and Rafinha played the miss as well. Very confident here from Kru. They need that confidence because they are trying to get back into this game.
Less than a minute. And you're right, Kru, they've got some work to do. Playing from behind for the first time, at least at this amount, for this amount of time. They've normally been in the driver's seat here in this series. And Ground Zero trying to put their first tick on the board. This one comes out towards the midfield. Brad, shot on target. Easy save for Fiber. Another one off the back wall. Looking for another shot from Brad. Denied by Super Lucky. Less than 30 now. Kru starting to send the house. Starting to ramp up on offense. Drops looking for a bump. Finds it, but there's no one there to take the ball for him. Time not on Kru's side. A bounce shot will deny, and Fiber, the dagger here in Game 3. Ground Zero. A 2-goal lead.
This is a big game here for Ground Zero as well. Just trying to make sure that they can not only take a lead here, but hold it and build upon it against a Kru team that honestly did look very dominant in that first game. This one time ticking down, and just not enough time for Kru to get things going. Ground Zero say no sweeps today. They take Game 3.
No sweeps today. Ground Zero get one on the board. And a much better game for them. Like I said, you got to give them some credit. Got to tip your hat to them a little bit. In Game 1, it was not pretty. Remember, that was, what was it, 5? Yeah, 5-1 in favor of Kru in Game 1. Just a crushing blow from Kru. They were all over them. It was over as soon as it started. It was like 2-0 in the first minute. And now things have really started to level out for Ground Zero. Of course, they're still down in this series, but they get one back. And dropping that, 7-minute and 52-second overtime was, that's a little heartbreaking. And for them to bounce back in the way they did, taking advantage of the chances that were in front of them, especially with that touch from Kaka on the first goal, that was beautiful from him. Just a little bit of player magic coming out. You're kind of seeing that start to develop for Ground Zero. Oh, excuse me, as we get into game here. We'll see if they can keep it going. I know there's a lot of Kru fans in the chat. I see you. I've seen a few Ground Zero fans as well. Ground Zero certainly going to make this one a series. Maybe they can get their first goal here. Get back into the lead, as Kru will instantly deny.
Drops. Trying to pick this one up. Good 50. And Super Lucky. Tried to send that across the Kaka, but couldn't necessarily get it going. So now Brad here will get on the ball. Good flick over one. And we'll end up leaving it. So Fiber, you can see, I don't think he was actually expecting to have that space. Does end up bringing the ball up, but a flip reset that amounts to nothing. And now Drafinho will have a chance here. Wants to put it on. And it's really interesting. He kind of pops off the ball. Sometimes he either gets the flip reset or just acts like another dodge, and he just completely jumps off of it. I've noticed that.
Oh, here comes Drops. Comes down on top, or right behind it. He tried to push it through Kaka, but he was just behind it a little bit too much. That challenge not in his favor. Kru. Brad just happy to blast that one off the ceiling. An easy touch for Ground Zero. Drops this one a bit high for Drafinho, but he is able to get to it. Another tough bounce for everyone involved. On the Ground Zero side, here comes Brad. Finds out a little bit of space here. And still the defense, rock solid for Ground Zero. Really cleaned themselves up against this Kru squad.
Good aggressiveness here from Super Lucky to try to push this into the corner. But Drafinho, oh man, that demo might slow things down. His Fiber, can he get around the entire team? He almost did. Brad in an uncomfortable spot. So Super Lucky has space and time. Gets that one to middle. I was really surprised too after he got that double off the wall. It kind of went out.
Yeah.
I expected it to stay close to the wall. Chance there. Oh, good read from Drops to get the clear.
Ooh, what a touch from Super Lucky, not getting dunked. He was looking for Fiber. Super Lucky shot is well off the mark. Still scoreless. It really goes to show how close the matchup has been after game one. Nobody's able to break through here. Drops taking every 50 he possibly can and bumping players around. Here comes Brad. He just squeaks through with the ball, and Kaka just catching up to the play. Now Drops. I mean, if he scored that one, this series is over. They win at that point.
Call it, right? So
yeah.
I don't think we can let that continue on. That's just
that's
fair
nonsense
to everybody else on the field.
The stuff he's been hitting today, it's been something different. And now Drops again.
Oh, he's got him.
He just got him. I honestly thought Ground Zero had a player back. From our angle here on stream, it was looking like a routine save, but I think Fiber, yeah, I think Fiber got hit by a player there on Kru. So 1-0 lead for Kru. Yeah, Drafinho got that bump.
Yep.
2 minutes on the clock.
Off.
Yep.
Like you said, there's 2 minutes left here, but I still think this one, though, in terms compared to all the other games, still a chance here for Ground Zero to get back into it. Just have to honestly kind of get things together. It seems like they're playing a little reactionary to Kru right now, and I think that's the biggest issue. They can't really afford to play reactionary to them. Oh, that's a good bump, though. The follow-up was there from Super Lucky. That's a goal. Drafinho now will try to see what he can do with it. Gets it through.
My.
Wow. What a connection.
Was perfect from Drafinho. It could not have been any more perfect than that.
Wow.
Right on the money to the nose of Brad. And a 2-goal score here for Kru. And I just looked at the stats just a moment ago, and Ground Zero only generating a single shot so far with a minute and a half left. Maybe the second one looming here as Kaka is denied by Brad. But, I mean, that's really the teller, I think, for Ground Zero at the moment. They're just not generating that offense. It's come back to bite them. Eventually, Kru will break through, and you've got to keep up with the scoring.
Now looking for the flip, playing it low, expecting, just trying to buy Drop some time to see if we can get that bump. Drops up for this. Will not make contact, but doesn't really need to. They're up by 2 with a minute to go. Brad, wow, walking the dog. Gets the flip reset too, trying to look for a bump with it as well. Radiating confidence here on the side of Kru.
Oh my.
Oh, wow, what a save. The save is incredible, and the shot was too.
That one cracked on the audio as he hit it. And now 30 seconds left on the clock. And Ground Zero not showing any more offense here in the last couple minutes when we started talking about it. They just kind of sat back. Maybe one here as it will go through for Super Lucky. The last man was back there for Kru.
I don't think he was expecting that.
Brad, I just don't. Yeah, he wasn't expecting it. Kind of came off awkwardly. He was backwards as well, which made it that much harder. And some life here for Ground Zero. I think that was just their second shot. And once again, converting. Let's see how this kickoff goes. And with 20 seconds, they've got to go to work.
Super Lucky looking for a bump up field. Oh, but it doesn't matter.
Is it in?
Is that in?
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
The age-old question. Is that in?
Yeah, it's in now. Off the post. Yeah. Fiber. I think a Fiber was struggling to read if it was hitting the post or not.
Right. Because you have to angle your car based on that, and once he figured it out, it was already too late because Drafinio knew it. He had to read, so just chase that, and it was just a speed test, a little too slow. Fiber, ooh, got that through. Kaka tried to get the read there, and Ground Zero trying to send the house, unfortunately, will not work out in their favor. Kru is going to put this series on match point, though, as they come out victorious here, and they're looking to see if they can close the series on Wasteland.
Kru's really fun to watch, I have to say. They're just entertaining. I mean, just the antics between drops and Brad. Drops with getting everything. Everything's a flip reset. Brad throwing out fakes. But then even Drafinio, just the quality coming out from him in that pass across the net. This Kru squad is really, really fun to watch on the international stage. And John says, that's Sam. It's true. That is Sam. Sam is really fun to watch. And Kru living up to that stereotype for sure. And of course, Kru, they're going to have a lot of fun, if you want to put it that way, in their Group A with FaZe G2 and G1. They're putting in the work here over Ground Zero at the moment. Match point for him, or for them, in this best of 7. Again, the winner of this will move on to the finals to play Dignitas. That will be our last series of the night. So there's one more after this. And right now, it's looking like Kru, unless Ground Zero has something to say about it. Kru have they've crushed Ground Zero in Game 1, and they've grinded Ground Zero in the rest of these games. See if they can close out this series.
Winner of this plays Dignitas, right?
Correct.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, Dignitas. I'm curious, if Kru were to win this, how Dignitas will match up. And oh my goodness, what was that?
Hello. Drafinio pops this up. Look at this. First of all, drops down there and then pinch.
Wow. They got the pinch. He teed him up, and he pinched it in. 1-0. Kru rolling. Kaka, shot on target, denied. Turned away by Drafinio. Here's Super Lucky. See if Ground Zero can respond. We really haven't seen a quick response from him. Is this one turned away? What a clear. And Super Lucky forced to go all the way back to his corner.
Holy,
whoa.
what?
Hello?
Yeah.
And the bump.
Oh
my gosh, Kaka.
Get the double.
Whoa. Oh, what a save. How did Brad read that?
How did you do it?
How did you do it? That was insane.
That was definitely a great save. A little curious. Been watching Drafinio so far for this game. He started with that initial carry, went to go steal a back boost, got a mid boost, then went and threw himself out the play, all for what we end up just seeing recently too.
Slot.
This even drops.
Oh man.
Slot gang. Uh-oh. Kru starting to get out of control.
Oh man, look at this shot. Left to right, floating outside of the net. Put the power on it, off the post and in. Placement matters. And it mattered enough to put that one away. 2-0 now for Kru in Game 5. And they are looking stronger and stronger. Here comes Brad again. Flip reset under 1. I suppose he couldn't follow it up. And Super Lucky trying to play this one slow. He saw all 3 of the defense in front of him. There's a demo from Super Lucky. This one's pitched backwards towards his own net. Drafinio, not what he wanted. The bump comes through, but Super Lucky pulls off.
Touch out here for Kaka. Drops it down to Fiber. He's trying to give it a pass back, but he ends up passing to Jaffinio. Super Locky in danger. Super Locky does get the save, though. And the follow-up, too, able to buy his team some time here as well. They got work to do, though. Halfway through this game, down by 2. And Kru showing no signs of slowing down.
No, sir. 2 minutes on the clock, or just over. And maybe another one for Jaffinio. Look at the shot here. Look how he angles himself to get the shot on target. Brad gets the demo, but check this out from Jaffinio. Look how he approaches this one. Just through as the players were coming to attack the ball, and he squeaks it by near post. Well done. And a 3-0 lead now for Kru. It's game 1 all over again.
That's what it feels like. 2 minutes left. Ground Zero have been empty. They haven't shown up here. The saves haven't been there. Kru's put on 5 shots. There's only been 1 save on the side of Ground Zero. The offense hasn't been there as well. Only 3 shots from them, and I don't really think that maybe one of them was threatening. Ooh, excuse me. There's still a chance for them to get back in, but 3 goals out of Ground Zero seems like a tall task, especially with that play there. Kaka had a good chance, and it was still denied.
Especially just with, I mean, the amount of goals that Ground Zero have put up. It's just the offensive output. They haven't gotten over 3 goals in any of their games so far. It's just not enough output from them. And Kru, they've been shut out 1 game, but, I mean, otherwise it's a minimum of 3 goals in the games that they've won. Here's Fiber. Now Kaka says, hold on, let me take it. To the back wall. Super Lucky's there. On target, it was a light shot and denied by drops.
Yeah, if it's just a little more to the left. Oh my goodness. These redirects are really good. Yeah, like you don't understand, like especially with that time that he has, like the ball bounces off the ceiling, turns it into a redirect on target. Like just great angling of the car there from drops.
Oh,
and he found it.
Oh.
Chalk it up.
How did he find that?
Chalk it up. Look at this.
On the flip too?
That's crazy.
That's just not fair. That's just not fair. Jaffinio. Again, you know, Brad and Drops, they've been great together. Brad, like I said, he's throwing out the fakes, Drops with the flip resets, but man, there's some real magic coming out for Jaffinio just alone, whether he's assisting or scoring. He's been something special, and now all of Ground Zero, nobody coming up with the goal. Everyone had a decent look there. Super Locky off the post. Ground Zero again just wide. And even though they're down by 4, they threw everything at it, and they still can't break through.
They're trying, but it just has not been enough. And this is almost like a victory lap here for Kru. Final 10 seconds. They came into this series dominant. They are exiting this series dominant. 5-game series against Ground Zero, and Kru looked good almost the entire way.
Wow. Yeah, they looked good almost. I mean, yeah. They had one little slip up, and then they took care of business after that. Kru takes down Ground Zero 4-1, which means, Daz, we're on to the last match of the night. It's Dignitas and Kru. All right, this is it. Dignitas and Kru. The grand finals of the Corelli Cup, best of 7. Winner goes home with $1,000. Loser goes home with nothing. They go home with shame.
Damn.
And sadness.
Better
And
win.
a spot at the major. Let's get it going. Let's see what Dignitas has in store for us. It was a little bit of a shaky start here in this tournament for Dignitas. Gladiators, I think, were a lot better than maybe they were expecting. But Kru, they really blew past Ground Zero, and I feel like Kru has looked like the most on the same page team that we've seen in this tournament so far.
Oh, yeah, that dude ain't getting them banned. All right, yeah, into the game. Let's go. You are absolutely right. Kru has seemed like the most on the same page kind of team as they got that shot on. A great read from Andy. He had to pre-jump that save out. And Evo trying to start the transition. Nice little block here. Drees for the turn. That's going to pinch straight off the ceiling. And Evo, great touch out to the side. It's going to be definitely a test for both squads as Drees gets another goal line save.
Even here in this first minute. Oops, sorry. I keep accidentally hitting the tab like I'm just casting, you know? And so when I normally cast, I like spam the tab to see the scoreboard. So I have to like hold my keyboard away from me. Anyways. Kru. Oh my. Andy. A couple of miscues from Andy in that last series. Came up big offensively a couple times though. Redeemed himself. Drops. Was crucial for Kru. Haha. Especially offensively. See if he can get that going again. Him and Brad have been spectacular. Flip reset. Yep,
Oh.
yep. It's automatic. It's automatic. It's automatic. He always does it.
Learn today.
Yep. It's a flip reset and it's in.
Andy, what, you didn't watch? Oh, that's that. They gonna learn the hard way. My goodness, what a flip reset there. So quick too as well. Drops has been very efficient. Definitely in terms of what we've seen today, he might be the most mechanical player here. Well, I don't know. It's really tough to tell. Evo's super. I mean, everybody here is super mechanical.
Yeah.
But Drops, I've just noticed, is really consistent with it.
Yeah, he's super consistent, especially with those flip resets. We've been talking about it all night long. And that time was probably the cleanest one he's gotten to score. Drees, he's also shown some great mechanics, especially early on against Gladiators, and finished strong as well, using the ceiling to regain his flip reset, and of course, a lot of individual air dribbles that paid off for Dignitas. Here's Brad. Tries to get back to Trofino. He gets clean, and it's going to go in. Where was the Dignitas defense?
It seems like they were just watching. Andy was sitting in the back. He tried to go for the pre-jump, and I guess he expected that ball to go center. Trofino's putting that on target, puts it right behind him, too. Very well placed, especially from the direction and the distance that he's shooting from.
My, oh my. 2-0 lead now for Kru. They're chugging along here against Dignitas. Andy tries to make amends and denied by Brad. Here comes Drops. He doesn't have boost, but neither did Dignitas. Nobody went for it. They do get the clear. Now Andy back over to Drees. Free touch here to the back wall. Double tap for Drees off the crossbar. Tap it in. Evo will put it away, and Dignitas on the board.
It's crazy because until Evo makes that touch, it still looks like it can be saved out. That one goes straight down. Trofino just barely misreads and Drops. Look, Drops is trying to wrap around it. Still could not do it because Evo was just there quicker. But if Evo's a second late, that ball gets saved.
Translating what people are saying in chat.
Bro's got a whole tab of Google
I was just
Translate.
trying to see what people are saying. Andy and Dignitas now trying to battle back. That was a great first goal for Dignitas. Drees. We'll just very calmly take this one across.
Woo! 10 gifted from Robin.
Oh my! Raven! 10
Raven,
gifted!
my bad. My bad.
He's the gifting god here. He's giving me a lot of gifted subs. Thank you. He tied up Danny B for 160. Thank you, man. I appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Much love.
Welcome to the 10 gifties. There's going to be a lot of gifted subs given out for whoever wins this. $1,000. Here's Evo. Pushing this one towards the wall. Drees. Can't get in. Andy has to take it himself now. To the back wall. Looking for follow-up. Needs one more. Evo's there. Tap in. And the defense from Kru came up short.
Like this aggression here from Evo. This is almost an all-in play. Almost. Drees gets out in time, but Evo had that read that the miss was coming through and just went for it. Now tied up game, and Kru, yeah, they may have started off high, but Dignitas have been able to adjust to it.
Thank you for the raid. We got more people. We got more people to see the end. Dignitas and Kru and this best of 7. This is just game number 1, and we're all tied up. Raven again dropping subs. It's going crazy here. It's going crazy.
It's going crazy on and off the field here. Rafinha will get the clear out. That'll be his 3rd save. There's 7 saves on the side of Kru. Dignitas have been elevating that offense and really been putting the pressure on Kru. This is the most pressure they've seen in this tournament. Andy, light touch. Trying to get that follow, can't do it. Drees is there, they'll put it on, and Forrester's tough save out. Brad will get there, and will push it downfield is Drafinio. Andy, nice touch. Drees, great follow, just did not let any time be wasted there. Brad with a beat, drops, trying to get this middle. Everybody from Kru kind of swarming Dignitas like vultures. This one will hit the ground in overtime in game 1.
Overtime. We had a long overtime in the previous matchup with Kru and Ground Zero, 7 minutes and 52 seconds. And Kru's been playing some tight games. I don't know if we're going to get that here. Dignitas might be able to break through a bit sooner if given that amount of time. Maybe it'll be Kru. Drafinio trying to take his own space down the sideline. Great demo there from Drees to stop the attack. Here comes Evo. Trying to get after it and denied by the defense again. Drafinio. Drees really respected, went all the way to the ceiling and went to his own back wall, but it almost pays off. There's the bump, drops to put it home, and it just takes 34 seconds for Kru to take game 1.
Look at that. This is fear. That is just fear, but it's fear for a reason. Drafinio, he pulls him out. He's like, oh, I'm not going to do anything. Then he says, Drees, see you later. I'm doing something. Bumps him out the way and sets up a lane for drops to finish the job. And so clutch here from Kru to take this one in overtime. As my goodness, even Dig, it was interesting. I don't even know where to kind of begin here, because the bounce back from Dig was really good, but for Kru as well, that kind of perseverance to not lose composure and play it all the way out was solid.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't really think it was a bad game from Dignitas here. But I do think Kru was a bit more lethal, especially when it came to the individual plays, and of course the physical play. You know, that last goal definitely showing that off. Dignitas,
I can't change the map.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, just letting you know.
That's all good. I think Dignitas definitely showed some weaknesses defensively there, and I think Kru, they're the right team to take advantage of it. And I think even those weaknesses, I don't know if necessarily Gladiators were able to take advantage of that, but even so, Gladiators were able to put on that same type of pressure, and you're seeing a similar thing happen here against Dignitas with Kru. So we'll see.
He's kind of loading back in. Yeah, we'll see how things handled here in game 2. That pressure is definitely very important, worth noting. And I wonder how Dignitas adjusts now that they've gotten a taste of, drops, getting that flip reset into the top left corner. How will they start to handle things now moving forward?
Find out. I feel like when you go back and you think about Dignitas's runs in the regionals, there's one guy that we mentioned a lot, and that was Andy. I don't even know if we've said much about him here in this series so far. I know it's only one game, but you feel like you need him to step up, especially offensively. But I think it's been a lot of Drees, a lot of Evo offensively. Here comes Drees again, Evo almost breaking through. Dignitas very happy to let this one go all the way back to their side and just start again. Drees, great pinch. Evo in pursuit. Can he get back to it in time? He gets the ball. Oh, how did he get the demo? Did he demo him from below?
Let's take a look again.
What?
He does demo him from below. So we need rocket science on that one.
Yeah, someone's got to explain that one to me. I don't know if I've seen a demo like that. That was weird.
I have the idea of how it happened, but
yeah.
I don't have the ability to actually explain it in a way that makes sense. I get it, but I can't explain it. I'm sorry.
I have not seen one like that.
I need Achieves for that one.
Yeah, that's an Achieves. We need Achieves to break that one down. Either way, Dignitas in the lead. The demo shot, someone said. Yeah, that's really what it was, but here comes Drafinio right back the other way, and we're tied up.
Drops is playing around him here. He gets away from the ball, but it's so awkward from Dignitas. Evo finally gets control, and the moment where he thinks, okay, I have control of the ball, he has Drafinio right there to just take it and pinch it up.
Tied up. See if Brad and Kru attacking. Oh, that one taken away from Drafinio. Here's Andy. Now Evo off the crossbar. How many times have we seen Dignitas hit the crossbar? Even in their first goal, their previous game, we saw Dries hitting the crossbar as well. Evo trying to get back. Dries getting tussled up there in the box, and it's Drops to put it home. Kru take the lead.
Yeah, Drops just kind of dancing around. Great pop-up. Great touch, too. What the heck? That was just so fast. Drops passes to Drafinio. He gets a piece of it. Then Drops gets that secondary touch off of a ball that just increased in speed and then added more to it with some height. I mean, wow. Talk about just an all-in play. So much faith here on the boys from Sam.
Drafinio gets the bump and the demo, I suppose. And the follow-up from Drops. My goodness. Everyone stretching out on Dignitas to make that save. You can see how much just one man is a threat against that Dignitas defense. Kru so lethal behind every player. Drafinio off his own back wall, but it's straight to Andy, and he'll make him pay. We're tied up again.
Yeah, not the best clear there, and you knew Drafinio was in trouble. Wanted to get that touch as close to the wall as he could, but didn't get that one at all, and Andy there to clean things up. Tied up game. We've gotten 4 goals here in game 2. And both teams definitely looking a little awkward on the defensive end.
Certainly. But even then, I guess, you could say that the offense certainly ramping up as well. But I guess, that last goal, you look back at it and you think, well, it was not the great touch, the best touch. Here's Andy over to Dries. It's cut out by Drops. Evo.
Oh, wait, there's a demo on the play, too. The bump comes through, but not after the ball gets pushed into the side wall. Drops tried to reach it off the ceiling. Evo tried to see if he could get involved in that play as well. Will be a clear out. Evo will pick this up, but will only try to force a 50 here to keep this into the orange half. Andy gets a win, and Dries moves up, but immediately has to move back once he realizes he doesn't have a play. Instead, will play the 50 on that to slow down the offensive push from Kru. And we'll start to work towards building something here. But the defense, and not even the defense, just the rotations from Kru have been so consistent that even for Dignitas, when they see chances that they think, okay, maybe if a challenge is won here, we can do something. Instead, they have to retreat back immediately because Kru are not faltering in that department.
No, certainly not. You can see even the offense. Oh, Brad, that one got away from. Here comes Drops. The back wall, but denied by Dries. Drafinio takes his space, passes over to Drops, Drops on target, and Evo comes across his net. He can only do so much. Brad to finish it off, and Kru trading blows with Dignitas back to the lead.
I like this from Drops because Drops isn't trying to put a shot on. He's trying to get an awkward clear out of Evo and does that, brings the net wide open, and then you have Brad to just clean things up afterwards. Good awareness there from Drops. Plays that touch perfectly to throw Evo off. Oh, Brad. He wanted that one all to himself.
And Dignitas really getting backed up. It was something similar I was saying in the intermission. Dignitas, they got backed up against Gladiators. I think Gladiators just missing that extra bit of, finishing off the play. That last percent. And Kru really showing when they're given the opportunity, they will take advantage. Another demo comes through. Drops on Evo. Still Dignitas able to stay within 1. Andy got to come up big. And he's denied by Drops again. Everyone from Kru attacking the ball. You can see how close they are, stacked on top of each other. Drafinio with the flip reset, and they'll let it come down. Andy to take it away.
Man, it's so interesting because you expect them to have it more than not. You can't tell if they don't get the flip sometimes. Did he not get the flip, or is he faking? Here's Drafinio again, and we'll play that. Try to see if he can bait the flip and go for the double. Andy had a read out. Ball moving downfield, and it just feels like the Kru game at this point. It will hit the ground. Kru up 2 games this series.
Wow, Kru. I mean, they really squeaked one out there. But still, you could look at some of those goals, and you're like, man, Dignitas felt like they were backed up. They made some mistakes as well, and Kru's obviously good enough to capitalize on top of it. Jorby's in chat. Kru fans are not surprised, and yeah, they're going to work right now. They've crushed Ground Zero, and they're up 2-0 here against Dignitas. And boy, all three of them have looked great. I mean, I could really go down the line and compliment all three of them again and again and again, as we have. They all have done something special here so far in this cup. And I think for Kru, they got to finish the job, obviously, but Dignitas, they've shown that to be a bit stingy as well. Nick's taking his time here. He's not instantly readying up, and they got stuff to talk about. And we saw what happens in that what happened in that Gladiators matchup, where that series started to get out of their hands, right? It started to get away from them, and then they turned it back around right at the last second. And you could see Dignitas, it hasn't been pretty tonight, but they've been able to get the job done. They've been able to adapt to their opponents. We'll see if they can do it here after 2 games.
All right, going down 2 games here. Definitely something that I think Dignitas, I kind of, going into this one, I would say I had expected. Maybe not in that fashion that we ended up seeing particularly here, but new Kru just had that force. That level of offense that they showed against Ground Zero was something spectacular. And it's just going to be a much different game for Dig versus playing Gladiators. So now Dig have to kind of adjust to that, and they have a couple of games to give, but they don't want to just go down and have to reverse sweep. I don't think that they have it in them to be able to reverse sweep this Kru team.
Oh yeah, I don't think so either. Ground Zero, or excuse me, Dignitas have already gone through a very tough series against Gladiators. Trifino. How about 2? The double up. Bang! How about it? 1-0 Kru.
Did anyone expect anything different? That's the question. I knew as soon as you saw it. Look at that. First of all, he goes up to meet the ball, straight down, center. Even Evo knew it was there, but just couldn't react to it in time. It was beautiful from Trifino. Great way to start game 3.
The best way to start game 3, if you ask me. And Kru right back to work. Right back to work here. Just hold on, I gotta deny something here in chat. Sorry, I don't speak Portuguese, so I'm trying my best to make sure that the chat doesn't get out of hand with that.
Be cordial, guys. If I spoke Portuguese, I'd say be cordial in Portuguese, but I don't, so.
Kru.
That's what Chamacos does. No, well, actually, no, I should just know Spanish or Portuguese, so I'm not going to put that with Chamaco, I'm sorry.
Drees. Flip reset. Oh my, Drees. And Evo was up as well. Everyone going up. Drops. And Kru looking for their second. You feel like it's going to take 2 if you're going to be Dignitas here, as they have at least been threatening enough. Here's Andy, and he's not going to get there in time. Trifino. A second touch. Brad can't hold on to it. Here's Andy. Drees looking for the dunk. Evo waiting for this one to pop out, and it's his time to go. Challenge comes through. Kru trying to hold on to possession. This touch won't get through Drees. Dignitas on both sides of the field right now, denying the out for Kru as Trifino again. A half-decent clear, but here comes Drees trying to control it. Can he work his way towards the net? Denied again. Drops in Brad combining, and this one popped back to the Dignitas side.
Big. Oh, look at Drees. Strong clear. That one sent to Trifino. Andy trying to pop that up, and Drees will send us to the side, looking for Andy again. And instead, it'll end up going to Kru once more as they're looking for that way through. 2 minutes to go. And things have definitely kind of, I'd say, quieted down. Not for Drees. He's the one with 4 shots here. Evo, though, trying to start things off. That was his first one, and he was looking for that top right corner.
Andy with the pop, but it's just no one's there. You can see Evo stretching out for it, but nobody was back. And now Andy again. Evo, 0 boost. He's got 7 in the tank, actually, but he can't get to it. Trifino. Now Brad. Dignitas doing everything they can. They've really backed up Kru. Here's Andy, double tap. He did get it, but Trifino there to deny. Here's Evo now. Looking for more space, but it's drops. Plenty of time and space. Getting a couple flip resets, why not? Now Dries. Oh, he lets it go. Evo went, and it's just Andy back. Drafino and drop. Certainly, they're going to attack the last man, try to get the demo. Andy does well to dodge it. And Dignitas stay alive. They need one back. It just takes one, but they got less than a minute to make it happen.
Drops, follow. Oh, good touch there from Evo. Drafino, great cut too. Not letting Dries get any of that. And you gotta wonder what's the scoring drought here for Dig. Is that against just a big dog Brad? My goodness, Brad forcing that one in.
Big bad Brad. What a dunk to put that one through. And it made it look easy. He didn't really dunk him. He just put the touch past him. And Kru now 2-0. They're looking to put Dignitas on match point. Dignitas have not been able to get up from the mat and throw a punch. 2 demos. It's just Brad behind the ball now as his team was eliminated and sent on a respawn. Evo, shot on target. This one will slip in, so a chance now for Dignitas. They have to get this kickoff to go in their favor.
Okay. Good control here from Evo. Nice light touch, too. And like you said, that kickoff, this is going to be really interesting. It'll be, I believe, Evo does take it with the Dom. Very interesting. That is going to give up some space, and Evo will carry it. Dries looking for demos. He's got two.
Wow.
Brad, though, held firm. Still, ooh, excuse me. Still a chance. This one, pinch out. Brad looking to kill it. Evo keeps it up.
Oh, Andy.
This one,
Nope.
no. And Kru in a match point situation. They get it. They hold firm even after Dignitas scored late. I'm just saying, it feels like this series so far has just been the Kru show.
I mean, they've won 3 times in a row. Well, what can I say, right? They look good. And they haven't been necessarily like blowout wins for them. They've been generally close. An overtime, a 3-2, a 2-1. They've been all 1-goal games, but Kru just seems to be the more consistent team. They certainly seem to be the team that just edges out here over Dignitas. And I feel like Dignitas, again, it hasn't been horrible from them, but they just haven't been able to convert their chances. I think that's been the biggest issue. Kru, they've been able to do that a little bit more. And, of course, Dignitas, I think, getting backed up defensively once again. I think that overwhelming pressure from Kru when they get it going has been tough for Dignitas to deal with, but we'll see. Possibly the last game of the night. Remember, best of 7. Winner takes all in the $1,000 pot. Winner walks away with $1,000. Loser walks away with nothing. And right now it's looking like Kru. It'll take a reverse sweep from Dignitas if they're going to come out and win this one.
Let's see it. Wait, I mean, I've already predicted this. What? They're not doing that. This Kru team is the truth. they're not letting themselves get reverse swept.
I don't think so. That would be quite the story for Dignitas. But they've been that close, though. Like I said, it's been 1-goal game, so it's not like, again, Dignitas is not getting blown out here. I think the series score makes it look a lot worse than maybe what it's been. But Kru has certainly been the better team. No doubt about that. And it now drops. Oh my, Andy backwards here, but no one threatening. And the backflip pass over to Dries. Dries to the sky. A chance. A glimmer of hope for Dignitas as Dries drops it down for Evo. Andy will dive in, and nobody back now for Dignitas. 2 players on top of the net. It's just the last man in Dries. Has to get the challenge. Doesn't come up with it. Oh, Andy makes the save, and the shot goes wide somehow. Kru doesn't capitalize on all of this.
That was so close, but there you go. It was only a matter of time before it was finding the back of the net. Drops, forcing it past. Evo stays on top of the ball and puts it right to Drafino. And he will finally convert. 1-goal lead. Kru pick up where they left off.
You feel like walking away without a goal was a crime there for Kru. They had to score that one, and it finally did drop. Oh my gosh, Brad. He's so good with the fakes. And now drops full boost. This is scary. Oh, great bump from Evo. And the double commit from Andy and Dries. But now Evo Cuts it back across. Gonna be tough to whip that one around, but he tried his best. Now Andy, to the back wall it goes. Dignitas knocking on the door as they have been in this series, and once again denied. I think that's just the first save coming out, and that one's not going to be saved. Evo's going to find the net there.
And well, let me see this here from Evo. Off the ceiling and uses the dodge at like the last second as well. Beautiful on that touch from Evo into the top left corner. And well done from him. Dignitas able to get on the board thanks to Evo. And can Evo continue to produce is the question. And are they going to be able to turn this into a lead?
Dignitas, those have come far and few between for him here against Kru. Just at halftime here. Kru looking to sweep Dignitas out of this and win this tournament. Brad does not hold on to this. He gave it up to Dries. Dries now. Scary spot for Drafinho, but Brad makes up for it. He gave the ball away, and then he hustled back to get back possession. Unfortunately, he gave it back over to Evo. Flip reset, and again, Brad does not give up on the play and is able to get back once again and drops, making Dries sweat on the goal line, and this one denied by Evo.
Drops, good turn. Here's Brad. Ooh, pre-jump there from Drops. Brad, though, trying to line things up. It was a nice shot on just under the crossbar. Evo, though, had that touch out. More passing between Kru. Oh, Brad putting a shot on. That was a little awkward, and Andy, look at demo, but he will clear it out into space. Dries, though, has to make a good touch here. Not the best one. It floats, and Andy will boom that away.
Drafinho. Oh my, what a touch from Drops. Unfortunately, too high. Evo. His touch, not good enough. Drafinho, that one's getting away from him. It drops to make amends. The second touch is not on target. Dries looking to take his space. Andy gets by one over to Evo. And he's looking for the block here. Brad plays it low. Andy doesn't have the angle to get back to this one. The shot just above the crossbar from Dries. As Evo tries to go to back post. Oh my gosh, did he do it? It just went high. And less than a minute to go. And Dignitas trying to stay alive.
Pitch out. Wait, Dries off the ceiling. Whoa, put some heat on that. Great save for Brad. Drafinho trying to take this one. Can he find the redirect? No. Andy with the pop-up. This will be Brad. Dries over a pre-jump. And Drafinho, ooh, if Drafinho makes contact there, that could have proven to be disastrous for Dignitas. 30 seconds remaining. We could have a potential overtime here in Game 4.
Dries trying to avoid that overtime. Drops. No one there from Kru. They certainly don't have to force it. Now 10 seconds left. And Dignitas nowhere to be found here. Brad given a lot of space, but he's demoed. Everyone was waiting for Evo. Dries, can he get back to it? Lets it come down. 0-second time, keeps it up. Dries off the ceiling. Evo's already up, but he doesn't find the angle. And in overtime we go in Game 4.
Evo, let's see the control here. Still on it. Trying to wrap around. Dries there to help. Good pinch out, but Drops just waiting there on that back line. Kru now. Looking for a push. Oh, there's the 1-2 pass. Looking for the bump there. Another bump coming. Oh, but Andy gets there in time to stop Brad from finishing this series. Brad, though, still not done. Will get denied by Dries, who will carry this into midfield. Evo using the full power of the dominance to get some air on it, but just lines up for Drafinho. Can't get the flip reset. They're looking to break past this Dig defense, but the defense has been tight as steel.
Oh, man. Andy throwing a couple head fakes with no boost. But now, Drafinho trying to put North America to sleep. And he was almost able to. Brad, a second touch. Drafinho gets a demo on Dries, but Evo saves the day in space and time. Evo. He's demolished, and now drops. That shot was incredible, and it was on target. Drops again. You got to keep this guy away from the ball with the way he's been playing. If I'm Dignitas, every time he's been behind it, you've got to have someone immediately challenging that. You give him time to think about it. That's the end of your series. At this point, in this overtime, Dries can't hold on to it, drops again, taking the challenge. Here comes Trefino to the ceiling again, doesn't want to give it away, and Dries comes through, but it's back in favor, or in possession, excuse me, of Kru. Dignitas cannot hold on to it right now.
And it really does seem like for Dignitas too, that ability, they want to get out into their own half, or out of their own half and really set things up, but Kru just does not let them. It goes back to even that series against Ground Zero, that consistency that comes out of Kru is tough. Oh, Evo had a strong chance there and plays that ball high. Now Dignitas just trying to get any semblance of control here in this OT.
Drops, given the space, almost got back to it. Trefino. Now Dries looking for options, has to take the challenge. Here comes Evo. Dries back in the mix. Evo second touch. Got the flip onto it. Brad, can you throw us a fake here to win the series? We'll be back to the backboard. Drops. Blasts it downfield. Tough ball for Dries, and Drops was there quickly. Now Trefino. Can he push through? Brad.
Ooh, Brad. Trying to get that win out. Evo on top of the ball. Does pick up the boost. Looking to set up Dries with the goal! And Dries to the top right! Off the assist from Evo!
Buckle up! We've got a series on our hands, and Dignitas not going down without a fight. As they get there first, it took 3 minutes of overtime. And Dignitas gonna make this one a series as we go into yet another game. And again, you pointed out, yeah, it hasn't been pretty from Dignitas, but they've been getting the job done, and they certainly get the job done here in this game, and they stay alive for another look here at Kru.
Yeah. And their ability to kind of, I mean, one, have such a good defensive showing, and then two, go from that and, really be able to put the pressure on Kru with the offense. Like, that strong counterattack could be the difference maker here. Not only just against Kru, but teams that play like Kru, very fast, very mechanical. You have to wonder, when you look at Dignitas, even in their group, there are teams that do have those strong mechanics. You think of K-Corp, you think of even Falcons, and for them to be able to adjust to that level of play is definitely going to be important as we kind of get set for the major. So very, very good that Dignitas not getting swept here in the finals, but if they do want to make this a close series, they have to continue to play at that level.
I like how Crumb just says Andy needs to get off that ugly ass car. What's Andy rocking with? Hold on, let me get back into it. Let me tap in. Let's see what this is. What is this? It's not that ugly.
Yeah, maybe Crumb thinks it's heavy. It might be heavy. But I mean, it's better. I think it's better than Evo's car. A white Dominus.
Yeah.
I feel like that man is using a brick.
He says, "Nah, that is ugly." I don't know. For me, the Fennec just feels heavy in general, so I can't use that thing. But it's a cool looking car. Anyways, Andy. Well, hey, he may be ugly, but he's putting it away.
He got it there.
He puts it away for Dignitas. I'm just kidding, Andy. Actually, Andy's got great hair. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah. He's got a lot of hair.
He's got a lot of hair.
He looks like Actually, I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Oh God. This is what happens when you cast 3 best of 7s. It gets
after CRL too. Like,
yeah. It's rough.
I think I'm more like 5 best of 7s today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you got to cast best of 7s with CRL.
Yep.
That's funny.
I'm
Well,
getting wacky. I apologize for everything I've said today. Oh, top left shot there. Will be sent downfield. Let's see what Brad can cook up. Oh, he has Drafinho. Drafinho, I like that, trying to keep it close. Brad now will end up getting beat out by Evo, but only for the time being. A nice little pop-up here. Drops is flying from Narnia to try to get there. Couldn't get there in time. And Andy will start the transition from Dig.
Oh,
Andy to Evo and drops. Had enough space and time. Andy still went for that. Was trying to look for a bumper. Even played the miss out. Couldn't. And Drees having to hold down that back line. Woo! Yeah, I need this should be over.
Well, Dignitas holding the lead right now might extend it. Kru doing their best to fight back, but Dignitas, they're all over it. Evo. Now Drees, Andy on the far side, ready to receive. And he will. What a touch from Andy, trying to get the bump now, and I think he might have bounced off him. Double tap from Drees, maybe a triple tap. He had the flip. Now Evo, can he slot it home off the crossbar? He will. A 2-goal lead for Dignitas.
Oh my, Dignitas now. Wait a second. They started to come back.
Oh man.
Evo goes up. Great follow-up on there as well. And now it's just back-to-back goals here for Dig.
We'll see if Kru can respond. It's been quiet from them in this game. I think 2 shots from drops. That's all we've gotten. Good little passing play. Now drops. Maybe looking for his third. Drafinho into the box, and you can see, oh my, how did Brad find that angle? He was really stretching for it. And now drops again. Can he land on it? He tried to. Dignitas trying to carve their way out of their own side. Drafinho has full boost. Can't hold on to possession. Dignitas trying to pile on here. A third goal would do just nicely here against this Kru squad, who has handed loss after loss to Dignitas. And they're on the road for the reverse sweep, our Dignitas. And they're sitting pretty in this game. Just over a minute left now. Brad, shot on target, is easily saved away by Andy.
Oh, I knew he had a flip. Tried to use it for that musty. Did get some space, but only a little bit. As Andy now trying to help increase that score line. Drees wanted to add up to the score tally. And a demo. Can't get 2 though. Drops. He was sitting on the ball just a little too long, and Drees with that instant challenge. 30 seconds left. Dig showing no signs of slowing down here in this game as they are surging here. They've been keeping the ball on that offensive half. They haven't really allowed too many opportunities from Kru. They've held them to 4 shots and no goals. Kru trying to get 1 for the road, and they still can't do that. 15 seconds down. This game just feels like it's all Dig.
10 seconds left, and you're right. It's all Dignitas. As Kru have no answers. Drees, a final shot. Drafinho will make the save. Evo, 1 more, and that one was going in, but he'll stay 2-0 for Dignitas and 2 in the series score for Dignitas. It takes just 1 more for Kru to end this. And this game in particular was the first time I think I've seen Kru not show the same type of offense that we saw earlier. We didn't see the same attacks from drops. He had 3 shots, but only 156 points. Kind of tells his story. I mean, we didn't really mention a lot of attacks from Kru, and that's really kind of been their the cornerstone of this team, right? When they played Ground Zero, we said, oh, look at how much offense they have, look how much space they have, look how much mechanics we're seeing from every single player. In this game in particular, despite us having those same comments early on in the series, now it feels like Dignitas have done a good job of slowing them down, and maybe, just maybe, they have figured out this Kru squad. We'll have to see.
What game is it? 6. Game 6. On now, and man, it does. I'm not worried. Kru will close it out. If it goes 7, I don't think they will. But the level that Dignitas had looked in that last game especially was probably the only time this series where I really did feel like, man, they are in just full control. Their speed was just faster, and you know that ability to keep Kru out of their half is something definitely worth noting.
See if they can bring it out. See if Kru can find their footing once again on offense. Here's Jaffinho. Trying to play with it in the corner. Evo got in his way. Drees to demo on drops. Now Andy has Evo already up for this one, looking for 2 off the backboard. Evo can't put it away. It was beautifully set up, and now here comes drops. Brad to pick it up, and he can't get through Andy. Dignitas using each other there, and that's a scary sight if you're Kru. You cannot allow Dignitas to set up shots like that.
Drees trying to do it all himself. Andy's there. Won't be able to get that follow-up touch. Evo trying to play it low and slow. Dig. Still kind of keeping Kru scrambling here. At least that's what it feels like. Jaffinho playing it with a fake, though. Demo comes out. Brad, see you later. And Kru having a tough time getting just to the halfway line, let alone out. They finally get some space. Pass to drops, but it was red. Chance here for Brad. Shot it straight at Andy, and Andy will get the save out. Still more pressure. Jaffinho puts a shot on. This time, the defense just holds firm. Evo now trying to get the read on that clear. Who does keep this ball in play for Dignitas, who make a defensive stand and then immediately try to turn on the offensive pressure.
Here's Evo. Lots of space. Flip reset. How about 2? More and more space afforded over to Dignitas. Now Andy had a free net, but Brad just gets back in time. You could see the physicality coming out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Drees saving off the post. And now Jaffinho, a bullet towards the net.
Exclamation point help. Drees gets a save on the goal line. Another touch out from Evo. We'll clear this downfield. It goes straight to drops. Drops. Oh, he had a flip in. Oh, there was a rule 1. Drees jumped out of it. Or rule, whatever you want to call it.
One of them. Evo's already up. Bro is pre-jumping people. He's pre-jumping his teammates. He's pre-jumping the defense. He's all over the place. Just over 2 minutes now. Still scoreless. 1 goal could be the difference. 1 goal could be the difference in ending the series. Or if we keep going. Andy. Oh my, it bounced right in front. Drees trying to keep it awkward. Here's Brad. Great tackle from Brad. And he's going to get the corner boost as well. Teammates there and Jaffinho to help him out. Drops waiting patiently for this one. And it's a tough one for him to deal with. What a touch from Drees as Evo just blasts this one downfield.
Drees, good control. Whoa. Still end up getting that 50 into the corner here. Drops now. Making this one. Gets a little pop up. Oh, toodaloo, Evo. Up past 2. And is it in your
It's off the post.
What?
No way.
Was a clear chance. And it goes the he hit it the softest way possible. His Finnick was a pillow.
Oh,
oh. Nah, man.
Not like this. The chance escapes Kru. And back the other way. Dignitas make them pay. Is it happening? Is Dignitas going to do it? They would still need another game, but just to get to this point has been quite the feat. And here's a demo. Oh, what a follow-up. Jaffinho finally puts it through. And Kru, it takes just a couple seconds off the kickoff. And they're back.
I mean, look at that pinch and the demo. Andy just didn't have enough time to react. He didn't know. Once drops hit the flip reset, he blinked, and next thing you know, the ball was in the back of his net. Tied up game, 1 minute, 7 seconds left, and it felt like Kru was kind of asleep for a while. I was almost asleep with him. They woke up. We all woke up. 1 minute remaining here, and Dignitas, if they want to force that game 7, they have to continue to play at that speed as Kru trying to speed their own play up.
45 seconds left. Drees Trying to barrel through that last man, Andy. Oh my, it's getting a little dicey there for Kru, but a good job from Brad to push this one away. Dries pinches it towards the Kru side. Less than 30 now. Drops, okay. Oh, this one's actually going on target. And that was good communication from Dignitas. Evo had that one all the way. Dries. Now Andy. Who will be the hero? Is it Brad? Is it Brad? Oh! It's Brad! 8 seconds left, and Brad gives Kru the lead.
Is it Brad? Heck yeah, it is! Look at that read! Oh my goodness, all in play, and Brad puts his foot down. 8 seconds left. Can Kru hold on?
Can Kru hold on? Dries needs to push
Dries,
this one downfield.
You're down!
Gotta go downfield. Dignitas, you have got to go. Andy trying to keep it up, but he can't, and Kru come out on top. The Winter Corelli Cup champions. They walk away with $1,000 as they take down North America's Dignitas.